What's going on, guys? This episode is brought to you by Merrick Health. And if you go to merrickhealth.com/RBP, it'll take you to my page at Merrick Health and help you optimize hormones and make sure your blood markers are in check so that your body is constantly recovering and getting better throughout your bodybuilding career. Without your hormones being optimized and without your health being in check, you are not going to be able to progress at the rate you wanted to progress. So I'm going to take you guys to the website so you can see what I'm talking about. This is merrickhealth.com/RBP. This is my page. If you use code RBP, you're going to get some savings on either one of these panels. Now, the $120 panel is just the lab work. They're going to send it to you. You're going to have to decipher it yourself or have somebody you know decipher it. The better option, in my opinion, even though it's more expensive, is this lab panel here, because it's not just a checkup. You get a 25-minute lab review call with one of their professionals. Guys, I cannot tell you how important it is to have one of their professionals go through your blood work with you. Having a professional lab analyst look at your blood work is more important than just having a family doctor look at it who doesn't really know what they're looking at or what the different blood markers they've had checked off, what they're supposed to be, and how they relate to what we're trying to do in bodybuilding. Guys, please go to merrickhealth.com/RBP, use my code RBP, get everything checked out and make sure that everything is running at an optimal level so you can keep growing and getting better in your bodybuilding careers. What's up, man? Are you there?
I am. How are you?
I'm miserable. My back is bothering. You know, you ever have like a pain, like it's like a dull, achy pain, but it puts you in the worst mood?
Yeah,
like
I'm married her. It's called Denise. Oh, cut that bit out. Cut that. Cut that bit out.
I'm gonna clip that part and send it to her. No, I got like this dull, achy fucking pain in my low back, and I think it's from running because I think my hamstrings and hips and glutes are all tight. And it's fucking just, it's so irritating because it's not painful enough to be painful, but it's like painful enough to be annoying.
Just yeah, thorn in your side. Is your hamstring better now? The one you tore again?
Yeah, I can do like really light lying leg curls with it and shit. It's not like, but it's weak as fuck, but whatever, I don't care.
So the same as before.
Yes, same as before.
No change there.
Hey, fucking asshole. Okay, so you said get an ice bath.
Hey, look, I don't want to be this hippie motherfucker.
You're totally that guy now. You're like, I bought an ice bath. My whole life is better.
I'm all about longevity. Dude, I've done it every single day for the last 2 weeks, and it sucks. Every second of it sucks, but every second of it is worth it.
Okay,
I've never felt so good.
I have to tell you. So I used to do ice baths from like after training, which I know is not a good thing, whatever. But back in the day, I don't know if anybody knew, so I used to. Yeah. And it did actually help my knees and everything, and I did feel like 10 times better when I was doing it. But I just got away from it. I only did it for like a year or something, and I stopped doing it because my legs felt better, so I wasn't using it anymore. But I do know the like stress relieving effects.
That's phenomenal. Well, there's a couple of things, right? There's the physical benefit, which I'm feeling enormously because I've lived in chronic pain for like everything. So I haven't squatted in fucking months because I've just been like, oh, if I squat, I'm going to pay for it for weeks. This, I'm squatting like I squatted yesterday again, and I feel great.
I saw you squatting like what, 6 plates or some shit.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. The weight doesn't matter. I'm just saying I'm able to do things now.
Okay, where just tell me, was it 6 plates?
No, it was 5.
Okay, so you're
on a transport.
So you're weak too.
Yeah. I'm going backwards too. It's fine. But I tell you, the thing it's doing is this, right? Because we've had this discussion before where I was like, as I'm getting older, my ability to handle stress and anxiety is just getting worse and worse and worse. I'm getting more like fraught.
Yeah.
I fucking feel amazing. Like I'm able just to negate stressful situations so much better. It does sound fucking hippie and gay. I know it does.
You sound so gay right now.
Look, every evening I sit there with Denise and I'm like, I'm telling you, this thing's fucking mad. She's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, I don't care whether it... Oh, she's so sick to death. But she got in it this morning. At 6 a.m. this morning, she jumps in the fucking thing. And I'm like, it does like... I don't care whether the psychological side of it is a placebo or not. It's tremendous for me.
Well, and listen, whatever, placebo is powerful. You know, it's funny.
Well,
one of the things... Lane Norton just put up an article actually recently. It was like 2 days ago, I think. And it said something about, or a study, and it said something about placebo and how people don't realize that placebo is actually real. Like just because it's placebo doesn't mean it's not actually happening.
Well, perception is reality, right?
Right.
Like, I think your truck is ugly. You think it's not. Perception is reality. If you like it, that's all that fucking matters, right?
You're such an asshole.
No, your Escalade was like 10 times the car that your stupid fucking Raptor is, but it's okay. You like it, so that's
You know what? It's funny. Now that I don't have my Escalade, I'm like, fuck, I wish I never got rid of my Escalade. And now when I want to buy one, they're like $20,000 more than when I bought mine. I'm like, fuck, motherfuckers.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at, you know what I was actually looking at? I was looking at maybe an X7 or an X5. Something like that, like a BMW.
No, an X5 is small.
I know, that's why I thought an X7. But the X7M is like a little bit out of my price range, so I don't know.
Are they? Why are they? They're expensive, eh?
The XM, it's not even called an X7, it's called an XM, which is built on the X7 platform, I believe. The XM is like 220 to 250 Canadian.
Right, but yeah, so that's what, like 180.
The Escalade now, when I bought my Escalade originally, I got a good deal on it. I got it like at MSRP, it was 130. Now to get the same one I had, like with the same options and everything, it's like 150, 160 Canadian.
Okay. Look, I don't think in any world you should be paying over 100 grand for a BMW. I don't care what model it is.
Well, this is the other thing.
That's the snob in me. That's just like the cunt in me. That's like,
To be honest with
you, BMW.
To be honest with you, now that I got a motorcycle, I don't care as much about cars. So I'm like, my truck I got quite a bit of my truck paid off. So I'm kind of like, I think I'm just going to share Summer's Range Rover with her. So like when I want like a little bit more luxury, I'll just drive the Range Rover, and because I like my truck. I know you don't, but I like my big fucking truck. So
I love it. It's not I don't like it. It's just I prefer your Escalade.
The Escalade is nicer. Yeah. I agree. Okay, back to more important things. Does it matter which brand of ice bath I buy, you think? I want one that I want one. I don't want
the one that I get a kickback on.
No, but I was thinking one like this that has like the filter in it and shit. That way I don't have to like.
That's what I got. I got the Polar Monkey one. So I've got the filter. It goes hot and cold.
What's yours called?
So you can turn it in. Type in Polar Monkey. Yeah.
Polarmonkey.com. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get the cool one. I got the just the street like silver tub.
Cold plunges. You got this one.
Yeah, but I wanted the one with the monkey on it, but it's way more expensive. I just got that. There you
go. You wanted this one.
Yeah, dude, they're so expensive. You want the fucking print on them. I'm like, no, I'll just draw on it. It's fine. But I got the Pro. You see the chiller?
Over here.
Yeah, I got the Pro chiller, so it gets cold quicker. It's
faster.
More powerful.
And this is a bigger one. So
yeah, I got the XL.
It's $4,100.
Yeah.
42.
Yeah.
Is that Canadian or American?
That's American.
Fuck you, man. The other one I was looking at was cheaper.
No, it wasn't. Go back to it. The one you were on was at $5 grand, wasn't it?
Oh, look at this one. It's nice.
Oh yeah, look, 13 fucking grand.
Yeah, but look how fucking nice this thing is. That's sweet.
Or you use it more because it looks sweet.
Yeah, I'll be like,
it's still gonna be just as cold inside, I promise you. But your balls are still gonna shrink up into your throat either.
Okay, what about the middle one? The middle one's nice. It's like just like a black tub.
Yeah, well, you can keep that indoors. It looks well, you can keep more indoors, but that one looks nice.
This one you can keep indoors. The other one,
yeah, you can keep all of them indoors, but the middle one looks like a bathtub, or a bathtub.
Bathtub.
Yeah,
bath. I don't know. Let me see. Let me go back to the other screen I was looking at. Where was I? This one is around the same price. It's 6,000 Canadian.
Yeah, but look how shitty it looks.
Yeah, it does look shitty. Yeah, that's the classic. This one's more like a tub. That's all right. That's nice.
You're not getting your fat ass in that.
You don't think so? It fits up to two people. It says it fits up to two people.
Normal people, you still have shoulders.
Okay, that's all I have is shoulders.
No, your leg. You have legs still. That's okay.
No, they're going. They're going away. Oh, you can set it.
Yeah, but look, I got this. Yeah, so the Polar Monkey one's got the app on it as well. So literally at 3 a.m. in the morning, it comes on and it brings it down to like 46, 47 degrees. Fahrenheit. So that's what, like,
I like this one.
Celsius. Well, that's up to you.
Okay, let's see what else is there. I should get a sponsorship. Somebody who's watching this who owns an ice bath company should sponsor the podcast so I can talk about it for you every day. And get you more sales. What else do we have here? Let's see what Amazon has. What's this?
No, none of them are going to be.
Oh, these are all shit.
These are all budget. But I mean, they're not people.
No, they're not shit. I just don't want one that I have to refill with ice myself. I want one that's
Look, I bought a shitty, I say shitty one. I bought a cheap version, right?
Yeah.
I went to Track buy and a big tub, and I was gonna fill it with ice cubes whenever I wanted to use it. I never used it one time.
That's what I think. Yeah.
I bought this thing with the chiller on it. Yeah. I've used it every single fucking day.
Yeah.
Twice a day in some instances. My family have used it. Like my stepson, after he plays football games, jumps in it. Like, it's phenomenal. The thing's amazing. It filters, it cleans, it does everything.
No, I think
I'm all about convenience. Like, I understand it's expensive and whatever, but
no, it's not. It's not just convenience, Ben. I don't want to waste the money if I don't want to buy something I'm not going to use, even if it's $1,000. Okay, let's say I get the cheap one, and it's like $200, but I never use it. Then what's the point?
Well, dude, I did that. I've got a $200 fucking tub that I've not stepped in for one. We use it as a storage tub. And then I bought this thing, which is like $5,000, and I've used it every single fucking day.
James, what's up, man? Oh, he's not there yet. Can you hear us yet? This is his new setup in his new rental house.
James needs to get bigger headphones. They look maxed out on his head.
Oh, I know, right? The GH head.
Yeah, he's going so big. The horns on his head are stretching that fucking thing. He has no idea that he's massive.
Can't hear you, James. Nothing. All right, let's go.
Yeah, no idea. Look at this.
Let's go back and we'll okay, what do I
But so here's the thing with it, right? So I've started, I started like pushing myself in it. So I extend the time. I hit
there we are.
Like after like 3 minutes in it, I just hit this like very zen state in it.
I know. I know the feeling.
It's meditative.
Yeah.
And then it gets so easy.
I know.
And I actually have to make myself get out of it after like 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, that's enough. And get out. It's the best thing I've ever done.
I do agree with you. Sorry, James, how are you? How's it going?
Good. Sorry, I had some audio settings because new computer.
No, it's okay. We're just talking about ice baths because Ben's gay. Ben's gay now.
Ben's gay now.
How's the apartment? No, I don't think people know what's going on. So you're staying in a new apartment because you got a divorce from Yannicka.
Got a divorce from Yannicka, who's downstairs. This is this 2-bed house in Cheltenham, and Cheltenham is where my gym is. So I've relocated here. Still got the house in London, but I've got this place for a year at least while the gym is being finished by the builders and stuff, and then opened and all that lot. So I'm basically in the area now. So I'm hands on.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
It's cool.
So how's the gym coming?
Really well, actually. We've got a big mural of Luke going up on the wall today.
Oh, nice.
I had a gentleman in doing a painting for him, and I'm just praying that it does justice.
Well, I was going to say the painting is tricky because
if you get one of them ones that looks like this. I know Luke did used to pull that face sometimes. But
that's why
I don't want that one on the wall.
That's why I got the picture done with the flag, because
if it comes out not so well, then
you put a flag over top of it.
I will get the massive flag, I promise. So, but you know what? It was interesting, and Ben, me, and you have like obviously history with Luke and whatnot. And the gentleman that was painting it didn't know who, obviously doesn't know anything about bodybuilding. And I obviously just explained because I felt deserving to explain, you know, who Luke is and what he's about. And it was the gentleman got teary-eyed.
Yeah.
So it was pretty. It was. I didn't actually notice he was, but it was Yannika's mum, and Yannika were like when he was listening to how you were talking about him. So I'm just hoping that people come in the gym, you know, see the wall, and it goes without saying, you just want the energy of one of our very good friends and one of the best bodybuilders we ever knew, you know. So
I think they will. I think they will, James. Like if you go to American Barbell, when you walk into American Barbell, they have a mural of John on the wall, and I think everybody pays their respects there. And even when people come to my gym and they see John's flag standing next to Luke's flag, it's like everybody, even the people that don't know them, because I had like my MMA coach came in for a workout, and he was like, "Well, you know, who are those guys?" Whatever. So I told him, and he was just like, "You know, that's really cool." Like, so even people that don't know who they are, like, can
for sure
sympathize with those. Those two flags you've got in front of the leg press,
so good, aren't they?
They very nearly gave me hemorrhoids.
What? Oh, because makes you push a little harder.
You're like, well, I was like,
no,
yeah.
And I was like, ah, shit. That was
you know what? It probably, I don't know, for people who don't need to be in a zone when they train, maybe they don't understand it. But there's been days when I've been in the gym and I'm like, maybe not feeling it.
Yeah.
And I'm standing in front of that squat press and I'll look up and I'll see John's picture and I'll be like, okay,
I better fucking do this now.
Yeah, let's do it. So it's like it probably might sound stupid to some people, but it and plus it just sometimes I look at it and it's not even, it has nothing to do with training. It'll spark like a fun memory or something. Like I'll laugh about something.
For sure. Well, you know, without, you know, I don't want to go on for too long, but ultimately the people that care, which is us, and the people that want, we have the opportunity to keep remembering our people,
right?
And it's down to us, and we do that in whatever way suits us. And what's nice about us as a group, we share that familiarity with good fond memories of the same people. So you know, we can always jump on here and have a chat and remember the good times, the laughs, which is really important. Like you say, sometimes you look at the picture and it will just take you back to a moment where you were doing something really fucking stupid.
No, it's funny because Mike Van Wyck on Bro Chat was we were talking about when Neil passed.
Yeah.
We were talking about people making videos that like had no idea who he was or never even talked to him. And I was saying something about like, I don't really like when the anniversary of people I know's death comes around, whether it's Luke or John or my mom or my dad, I don't generally post that stuff on social media. I just kind of like keep it to myself.
Yeah.
Because I don't really celebrate like death anniversaries, because to me I feel like I think about them every day.
I'm
like I'm like, it's not a fucking anniversary like, oh, now I can think about them today. I'm like, that's why they're on the fucking wall. I think about them every fucking day when I go to the gym. Like,
it's funny you say that, because like my mum's boyfriend back in the day, Mark, he messaged me the other day because it was my mum's birthday. He said, hope today was okay. And honestly, it was just another day where I think about my mom every day. So it's just, you know, but some people, I suppose, they hold that sentiment to that day. But yeah, I was, you know, I wake up and if it's a day where I think of her, I think of her. If it's one of them ones where I don't, some days I don't.
It's really fucking weird. I know this is way off topic from ice baths, so I apologize for people who are getting into that. But
I just jumped in. Sorry, guys.
No, but this is gonna sound really fucking weird. But so you know how so some people do cremation and some people do burial and some people do like whatever the situation is. And I was talking to somebody who said they had their relative cremated.
Yeah.
And they said that, you're lucky because if you want to go pay your respects to your mom or your dad, you have a cemetery that you can go to and you stand there and you can talk to them. And I said to them, I don't do that. Like I very rarely go to my parents' gravesite unless I'm going to meet the rest of my family there. But when I do, this is the weirdest part. Sometimes like I take my dog to the park almost daily.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm at the park, it's like this massive number of football fields if you're English, and there's nobody there, so it's me and the dog. And I find myself
then that's where you
thinking or talking to my mom when I'm there by myself.
That's your place.
That's my place. It's not like it has nothing to do with like the gravesite
location. Yeah.
So I told the person the same thing. I said, sometimes you just have to find that spot that's for you.
It's good to hear that, because I'll be honest with you, because I was one of the people suffering with that feeling with my mum because she was cremated. And I said to my family, I feel a very big disconnect because I don't feel like I can go anywhere where she is.
Yeah.
So I haven't even been to where her ashes are because I just feel like she's not there. But
yeah,
that's why it's good to hear what you say, because it isn't about being anywhere. It's about being.
Well, I don't know if you believe in whatever you believe in. Like, I don't think that physical burial means anything personally.
Especially afterlife, because they should be an energy. They should be everywhere.
I feel like if there is anything, it's a spirit that's anywhere. So it's
wherever it wants. Yeah.
So wherever I'm comfortable, that's where I want to talk to that person.
Absolutely.
Right. So some people will go sit by a lake, or some people will go wherever that spot is for you. That's your spot.
Most likely, it's probably something like, for a lot of people, it'll be somewhere where they were with that person,
right,
a lot, so they see that there's a significance in that place. Right. Yeah, interesting stuff, man. Interesting.
Ben, anything on that?
No, there's three places. It's the dog walk is the funny one. Like, I'll go walk down that lane, and I'll just and I don't believe in
spirits or anything.
So I don't really know what I'm doing but I'm just it's coming out. And maybe not out loud, but it's coming out inside here, right? The ice tub is another one where I'll sit there and I'll actually get into that state, and then I'll a lot of times I'll just use it as more like, they're not here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Be present.
It's an interesting one with the ice tub.
Feel everything. Be here. This is real. You're alive.
It brings you very in the moment.
Yeah. And then the other one, obviously, I've got the Luke's flag up in the gym, and I'm gonna add Neil. I'm gonna add Neil to that as well. But there'll be a lot of times I'm in the gym, and for a heavy set, I'm just like, I'll be like, look, I'm like, come on, then you can't, come on, fuck it, and it would just be this he's there because we're getting ready for a set, and that's what I would say. If he was 5 years ago, and so I'll be like, come on, then let's fucking go, Luke. Come on, and
the gym is the place. I think the gym is truly, there's such a significance to that place and all of the bonds and relationships that we've had with people over our lives. Something very to be able to go to the gym with someone and you put in your maximal effort into something, and so do they. Where else in life does that happen? You've been with, say, Luke, and you've seen that guy put his absolute soul into a set, and you've done the same. It's like that experience is quite rare. So there's a significance to that, because anywhere else, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, but sometimes do you think it's also the little bits in between?
For sure, all the stupid chat in between
all
the sets.
The stupid dumb shit, in between,
checking the chicks in between sets.
or whatever it might be. I think of that too. You know what I mean? So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's funny you said that, Ben. I don't know what I believe in either, because sometimes I'll be at the park and I'm like talking to my mom, and I'm like, does anybody hear me?
Yeah,
am I just, you know what I mean? So I'm like,
do you ever get this? And this might be a little inappropriate or dark. I don't know what.
That's your sense of humor, so it's all right.
You ever do something private or inappropriate? I know, even say you're having a wank and you're like, oh, I hope they're not watching. Oh, I'm gonna close the door.
I've never done that, but I have thought, if the dog jumps on the bed, I'll think to myself, Mom's probably really pissed off right now. I've never done anything never been jerking off and thought, man, Mom's watching. You're fine.
Now, the next time you do,
I'm gonna
fucking Ben, twat.
Ben, you planted the seed.
Anyway, we were talking about ice baths.
Yeah,
James, is it something you care about at all? Because I used it before, and I do know it's beneficial, but I'm not really interested in getting back to it. But now that I'm doing some MMA stuff, I'm
shit now.
I'm just sore. I'm just sore all the time. So I'm like, maybe it's a benefit,
I think it probably would be beneficial for you doing that, for sure.
Yeah, but you don't think you need it.
James missed the first bit where I was talking about it. If you remove the physical, reduction in inflammation, all of that, I would still do it for the mental
clarity you get from it.
Boost, my reduction in stress, my reduction in anxiety, my clarity of thought, my ability to just zone out the world and the bullshit for 6, 7, 8 minutes of a day.
Yeah.
At the start of my day, everything becomes so much easier. Mentally, I am much more capable to handle life. I'm not I don't profess to be capable of handling my life.
But
it's very overwhelming.
It seems to help.
Yeah.
It's very overwhelming, and I don't feel overwhelmed the last 2 weeks. Just feel like, oh, I got this. Nothing's difficult anymore.
It's nice you say that, because it's obviously nice to see someone who's feeling a bit better about himself. Like, this is not even the same, but my location change has done something similar to that.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean, James? Sorry, I'm just texting Roman because Roman's just come on.
Being away from London has just, my anxiety levels have dropped tremendously. Even though I've got a lot going on and a lot of money being spent and a lot of like things on the line, and I'm hoping that the business works, I feel nowhere near as stressed just as being in London where it's busy, and I feel like I walk down the street and people are judging you and looking at you and want to rob you and don't like you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Location totally changed how I feel, and it's very, very obvious.
Is it like that in London? Do they look down on you if you're Jack?
It's not. I don't think it's even that. I think it's just because it's so congested and busy that you can't help but think maybe someone's thinking that. Right, because obviously the more bodies you're around, the more anxiety you feel and the more you think there's a variety of opinion.
Yeah.
Whereas if there's less people around you, it eases you, doesn't it?
I don't think I could live in a, like, I lived in Toronto for a brief period of time and I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
It's not for me now.
I don't know how you guys do that shit. I know, Ben, you like that shit. I can't. It's too much for me, man. I don't like, I like being able to get in my car and drive where I want to drive. There's not a lot of traffic. There's not a lot of shit.
I'm good in the city because I kind of hide in the masses.
I used to say in the alleyways. I hide in the alleyways.
I just linger. Just like
I peek from down the dark streets.
No, I kind of hide within the, like, I feel like protected because there's and everybody is so fast paced. Like here where I am, everybody knows everyone, and everybody knows each other's shit. And I'm like, I don't want people knowing everything.
I was actually going to say that when James said that there's so many people, you feel like you're being watched. And I was like,
use it as a...
But at the same time, it's so busy. Maybe nobody gives a fuck. Like,
I think that's true. I think they don't, and I think they don't give a fuck. But I think my anxiety is created internally by it. You know, we probably, when we're in London, we walk past people, no one batters a fucking eyelid. Probably no one gives a shit what I'm doing. But you think you
feel like it. Yeah.
And I can't help it. I can't escape that feeling unless, you know, I am somewhere like this. I've noticed.
Okay, I'm going to look into ice plunges. It might be something I get because
I'm expecting the Instagram post in about 24 hours. Literally.
All of a sudden, I'm going to become like that. You know, those guys who start something, it's like 100.
Wim Hof.
You're gonna have your own range.
I'm gonna have Wim Hof on. I'm gonna have Wim Hof on the podcast.
You're gonna have hostile. You're gonna have hostile tubs.
I was gonna see you beforehand going with this fucking deep tantric breathing.
No, tantric sex. Has anyone done tantric sex? How does that work?
I think Cedric did tantric sex.
Isn't that like you let it build up for ages? Like,
yeah, you fuck before, and then you stop before you come or something like that.
Brilliant. That sounds.
And you're supposed to hold your cum.
It's just. So do you ever?
You're definitely when you're younger.
No. It would piss me off, and then after like the second time of getting close and not coming, then it would just be like, yeah, I'm done. Fuck you, I'm out. And then I'd be like, well, that was pointless. You just wasted it.
Okay,
it's funny we're talking about that because Roman's going to appear in a minute probably, and tantric sex is probably his middle name.
Tantra is an ancient Indian practice that dates back to more 5,000 years. Blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah. The practice brings together spirituality and sexuality. Tantra isn't about sexual pleasure. Then what's the point?
What is it then?
The goal of tantric sex is to achieve spiritual and energetic contact during sensual experience. The practice is slow, and the aim is not always to achieve orgasm.
I'm out. I'm done.
Instead, it's about feeling a connection either to your partner or to yourself that's both intense and enlightened. It includes breathing sounds and movements to activate sexual energy. Fuck that.
That's a bit long-winded, isn't it?
Hey, Roman, we're talking about sex. You just joined. It's perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Perfect segue.
I fell asleep on the couch here.
It's okay. Why do you look like you're standing and not sitting?
He's got some really high shelf.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing? You just
he's at the bar.
What are you doing?
No, I trained hamstrings earlier, and when I sit down, it's gonna cramp up, I'm afraid.
So you're gonna do the whole podcast standing up?
Yeah.
It's good for you, apparently, isn't it? Stand-up desk.
This is insane. Roman, you look uncomfortable, man. Go get comfortable and come back.
I'm comfortable.
Are you
just jamming? Just like
I just woke up.
Have you ever tried tantric sex?
Surely.
I don't even know what that is, to be honest.
Super long sex where you try not to orgasm for a long time.
Yeah.
So you try to hold off.
See, that's my reaction too. Why?
He's like, why? I want to orgasm now.
I think I've taken enough trend to not be able to come.
Oh yeah, I've been there before.
Forced tantric.
Yeah.
That's just frustration. That's just utter frustration. I fuck this.
That's the worst ever.
It's chemical tantra.
But I got to tell you, it makes you feel like a king.
Yeah.
You're like, because you can fucking, you're like, you're just killing it.
Drilling away.
Yeah, but when you're you're like pouring sweat at some point and you're like, yeah, fuck this.
Yeah,
there's a point like you feel like a king and then you just feel like a slob and gross and
That's true. It's true.
Exhausted.
All right. I'm glad I got all four of you now. I want to do this real quick before we get back to nonsense talk. Can you guys see this?
Okay, so this is a prediction. Okay, so you're putting us under the. All right.
James, Ben, Roman. Okay. One at a time. James, who do you have in first at the Olympia?
I have Samson for like many reasons, but I won't go into them. But I have many good reasons and.
We'll go over the reasons afterwards.
Yeah.
Ben, who do you got first?
Derek.
Roman.
I was going to say Roman.
Okay. Second place, James.
Huddy has to be
Huddy. Ben. Samson. Roman.
Derek.
Roman, who's in third?
Samson.
Ben, who's in third?
Huddy.
James? Oops.
I'm going to go team Nick on this one. See if you can take out Derek.
Ben, who's fourth?
Nick.
Roman?
Hardy.
James?
Derek.
We
all kind of agree. We're just like, you know what I mean? It's just like
Derek. James, who's fifth?
Fuck. Who's fifth? It's probably Hunter or Andrew, I think.
What about Brandon?
No, I still think Hunter or Andrew could pop up a little bit. I think just because of the last show, I have to say Andrew for now. Just because of the result.
Roman, who's fifth?
Andrew. Yeah.
Ben?
You me?
Yeah, Ben, you there?
Hunter.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry. Hunter. Okay. Roman, who's sixth?
Hunter.
James?
I have Hunter in sixth, yeah.
Ben?
Andrew.
Ben? Seventh.
Brandon.
James?
I want to mix up a little bit. I'm going to go Crizzo.
Oh, fuck.
No, you fucking love Crizzo. That's why.
He called me a schmuck back in the day, and I called him a pencil.
That's Nick.
Nick?
Yeah.
This is.
Oh, wow.
Roman, who's eighth? Ben or James, you got yours?
I'll go Brandon.
Yeah.
Brandon?
Definitely still.
Then I'll take Brandon.
Crizzo.
Still got Crizzo up there as well. So you suck his dick as well.
Number 9? Who's 9, James?
Crizzo. Nathan, if he's there.
Nathan? Ben?
Well, is Beirut there? What's the deal with Beirut?
Beirut said he got his visa.
I heard he said he got his visa,
right.
but it was a mistranslation. He hasn't.
Let's assume he's there because I got
his visa. Cool.
Then
let's assume everyone's there. He is very good, to be fair. He's got a really nice shape.
Roman?
Nathan.
Okay, 10th. Roman.
Then
James.
Crizzo.
Nathan for me.
Nathan. James?
I'm just thinking back who's qualified.
You have Regan,
I've kind of forgotten a lot of the beginning people.
Regan, Presti, Shire, Baruz, Klahar, what's his name? Who's the
Roman Fritz.
Roman. Yeah, the short.
Theo's there as well.
And the shorter black guy. What's his name that I like so much?
Tonio Burton.
Oh,
I'm gonna put Tonio there.
Tonio.
Oh, I'm Ross.
And Ross too. Yeah.
I think Tonio's shape's crazy. He's a Dexter, isn't he?
Okay, so let's blow this up a little bit.
Let's get serious.
Let's get serious about this. Okay.
Let's get motherfucking serious, bitches.
All right. You guys have horrible picks, I gotta tell you.
Fuck off.
Basically, you can just take my list, put me on 10th, and then slide it up. You know,
Roman, you could be top 10. I'm not taking you out of that. I do think you could be top 10, brother. It's no slight. It's just because we have to find it's one of them, innit? Someone might come in. I don't know.
Okay.
My 9 and 10 are big question marks behind them.
What are we going to say? What are we going to
Ben, you have the same 9 and 10 as I do.
Yeah, they're big question marks there, whether you're going to fucking be there. So can I put in if they're not there, can I put 2 more? Can you put slash?
I feel like we all need to on that fucking one.
One second. I want to do something real quick.
Color code it, aren't you? Make it
no, I'm not going to color code it, you asshole. I'm going to
change the font.
No.
Make it pretty at least, for fuck's sake. What is this?
Okay.
Wait, I'm going to find a list.
What do we do? Guys, here.
Stop doing that. It closes my fucking shit down.
Okay.
All right, come on. Okay, yeah, here we go.
Here's the list.
Yeah, Hassan's there as well. Yeah, Hassan's a good bodybuilder.
Hassan, no, I love Hassan. He ain't making the top 10.
I think Hassan is a great bodybuilder, but I think because it's his 3rd or 4th show this year, is it?
Yeah.
I think he might be. It might be a little hard for him getting shape.
I think if Charles didn't have that pec tear, man, he could be moving up as well. Because I think he's crispy and comes in really good nick.
I'm pretty happy with my top 10, I think.
I think I am. I think
Tonio.
Oh, hang on. We have all the same top 10 pretty much, right?
We do pretty much.
Well,
it's just a slightly different order.
Bar 1 or 2 people.
Well, if we go back,
I'm just spinning my chair around. It's more comfortable. I've got a shit chair. Sorry, boys.
Paul has Klahar in 10th.
Okay,
that's interesting.
Mike and Ian both have Regan in 10th.
I'm good. I am big on Regan's physique. I'm just not
sure about conditioning yet.
He just hasn't figured it out yet.
I think conditioning and mass combined is what's important at the Olympia. And I think if he's big, if he's big and he's not conditioned, then I don't think he's going to be in the top 10. Okay, so let's see here. James, Samson, Hottie, Nick over Derek, eh?
Yeah, just because I think structurally, obviously, Derek, I think is superior in some places, but Nick's also got some superior body parts, I feel, to Derek. So it just depends on the day.
So you think, okay, but 1 second. This is an important discussion. So Nick is very impressive because he's got a ton of mass. Yep. But it seems this year that the IFBB has started to sway more towards shape over condition and mass.
Potentially they have, yeah.
So do you think...
I'll eat my words.
Nick's, or I don't know if it's his last update, but within the last 10 days... His shoulders are he looks improved.
Everything
I feel like
accentuated.
I feel like his quads from the front have improved in the short time he's been working on them since
the Arnold. Yeah.
And I think if he can be a little bit more proportionate top to bottom in the front shots, then I think that makes him more of a threat. And I think he's doing the best he can. So I don't know. I just feel like he brings a gnarliness that I like as well. Like although Derek's really lean,
Derek doesn't have a grainy
look that I like. So it's just personal preference, really, for me.
I think.
Yeah, but then Victor Martinez had that the clean
bubble muscle,
Yeah.
I think Nick has improved in every body part, but hasn't changed his physique. Do you see what I mean? Like I'll give you an example. So if you look at
so everything's improved to the same degree,
right? So if you look at Samson, for example, right, everything is improved, but his shoulders and back have
made his shoulders grow a lot.
Have improved more.
Yeah.
So he made a change to his physique, not just overall mass.
Yeah, his shoulders have changed a lot.
Whereas Nick, I think his shoulders are rounder, his chest looks a little thicker, his quad sweep looks a little thicker, but overall his shape
might be the same.
might be the same, and I think that's where Derek might be able to take over
So
that spot.
potentially, you think maybe for some of these people to have moved up, they need to go for that kind of let's change something.
Yeah, because I think if you look at Derek, right? What were Derek's weaknesses? From the front, Derek's weaknesses were maybe a little flat in the chest.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Quads were undersized.
Quads were a little bit undersized compared to the width of his shoulders.
Yeah.
So, like, if you see Derek now, his legs look bigger. Who knows if they're going to stay that way after he drops water?
Yeah, yeah.
But his back looks much bigger. Everything's thicker up top.
His back's ridiculous.
So
look, as soon as they go into that front double, Derek's ahead of almost everyone except maybe Samson.
It's crazy because Derek, like you break down some of his body parts in those shots, they're not the best. Like his biceps aren't the best, let's be real. But it doesn't matter when you've got like lats and taper like that.
The shot overall,
it's just so freaky that you know, like if you were in the gym and you said, Nick, lift up your sleeve, you'd look at Nick's arm and be like, that's a superior bodybuilder,
right?
To so and so.
Nick's arms
stupid. It's a whole physique thing, isn't it? Like you say, and that's where Samson has nothing weak. And that's why I feel like he could be Mr. Olympia.
Well, I think Samson, I don't know if that's true. I think Samson's arms are similar to Derek's in that
they're not peaky in the bicep area.
Yeah, they're not like Nick's where they peak real high.
Yeah.
And his back lat spread has come up to match the rest of his body, but I think his back double still needs a little bit more.
Yeah.
But
look, Nick's back double is probably
Nick's is pretty good, isn't it?
This is what's interesting about what Ben said is how much of it is like when they come out, right? First impressions mean everything. So if you look at front relaxed, front double bicep, front lat spread, those are all going to Derek.
Yeah.
Like maybe the front double and front double bicep, front lat spread could be between Samson and Derek. I don't know, but like,
yeah, there's those two for sure.
Huddy's got a really good front double bicep though.
Huddy's got a good front double bicep.
I think it's very comparable actually to Derek's.
Yeah, but then this year when Samson comes out though, I think Samson's going to. I think it's going to be Derek and Samson in that front double. I think Huddy's going to be the third best up there.
But then when you turn to the side, now you have Nick's fucking thickness of that leg and the arm and the shoulder.
I would argue Nick's got the best side chest in bodybuilding in a minute.
Potentially, yeah.
His side tricep is
and side tricep as well. His two side shots actually are ridiculous.
I don't know if I would have. Yeah, the side tricep I'm iffy about.
It's not quite as impressive as his side chest, but it's fucking crazy.
It's incredible how his waist looks in the side shots.
The thing is, Nick is able to catch back up because then he turns to the back.
Yeah,
he's got stupid hamstrings, crazy back. It's like
it's going to be catch-up game, isn't it, with Derek? Like Derek's going to come out, set the tone, and then you've really got to try and start beating him on the side and back to do anything.
I think Nick can beat Derek in the side shots. I don't know if he can beat him in the back shots.
I think Nick has him easily in the side shots.
Yeah. Well, I don't know I don't know if it's going to be easy for anybody to win any shot, but I definitely think Nick. Out of all the guys we talked about, I think Nick's side shots are probably the most.
What I mean is, if Nick takes the side shots, I don't think Derek is the next best. I think Samson's side shots are probably the same.
Yeah, I would say no. Yeah, he's not second in position from his side shots.
You know what's interesting about Samson, and I hate talking about Samson because everybody watching thinks I'm just being biased because he's my athlete, but I'm trying to be as objective as possible.
Yeah.
The thing about Samson to me is, if you go shot for shot, I don't know if his one shot is better than everybody else.
But he scores 8 on everything.
But yeah, it's like instead of being a 10 in this shot and then like an 8 in something else, he's like a 9 everywhere.
Yeah, all the way across the board. So he's consistent. Right. And that's where like he can prevail. Like that's how I felt he prevailed at Arnold from having that.
Just the overall.
Yeah, just like that balance.
Because that's where he's conditioning. He needs to get that condition one level more.
Yeah.
Well,
I would love to see it.
I'll tell you, the most recent pictures he put up, to me, the conditioning already looks better than the Arnold.
That'd be good.
So I'm like, I think he's already as hard as the Arnold. He's still got 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty confident he's going to be better than the Arnold. So
he's going to be the biggest guy up there.
Yeah.
Which is in itself is something that people are mesmerized by, and it gets the attention.
Well, and he presents the best too. He's posing as
second to none, isn't it?
He might not be able to. I don't know how much. Like I know he said he practices every day for like half an hour or so or more, but I know Nick can hold a pose as long as anybody. But as far as like pure presentation goes, I think Samson has the best presentation.
So there's a lot of character to him, isn't interesting.
So let's go back to the list. So James, you have Nick ahead of Derek, Andrew ahead of Hunter, Crizzo. You put Brandon all the way down in 8th.
Yeah, I don't think anything against Brandon, but I know he sounds terrible, and it's nothing against Brandon. I think he's fantastic. But I think when you see the same physique over and over again, even if it's incredible, if it's the same physique over and again, after a time, you just don't put it in the mix no more. And I hate to say it because I think Brandon's got one of the best upper bodies. It's probably my favorite. But I just think that it's like with Bonnet. Like, I feel like I love Bonnet. I think Bonnet's crazy, but I think they saw him so many times and you can't keep improving. And I think to improve your places, you've kind of got to improve, but there's only a certain amount of time you can improve for. So it's weird. I feel like they're at a point in their career where they can bring their best, but they don't get the same, like kind of applause for that physique because it's the same physique sometimes.
So Ben and Roman, you have Brandon in 7th.
Yeah.
So you guys all think this is like, Brandon's year where he gets pushed out of the top 6.
Just because there's too many new exciting faces, man. Too many new exciting faces on the rise.
Too many complete guys.
Yeah,
because Brandon is like he's got the best upper body, right? But he's probably got the worst legs.
Imagine Brandon with like Roman's legs.
No, who's got worse legs of those?
Yeah, of this top 10.
Out of those top 6. Well, if we're talking the top 10, I think he's got better legs than Crizzo.
Yeah. Okay, but you asked top 6.
Out of the top 6, yeah.
So someone's got to give space. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad point. I think out of the top 6, maybe Brandon. It's not necessarily that he's got the worst legs. It's just the balance because his upper body is so great.
No, he's got the worst legs.
It's a detail issue as well, isn't it? Like the legs don't have the same level of detail.
Come on, man. Roman, come on, dude.
We got to be. Come on. He's got the worst legs of all of those top 6.
Okay, let's take a look at Brandon. That's a pretty fucking nasty physique, man.
It's incredible.
Of course,
but we've got to pick subjectively.
Compared to the others, his legs are the worst.
Okay, let me say this. So let's say his legs are not the biggest out of the top 6, but what does he?
Body on the side chest.
But what does he?
I was kind of like dribbling.
That's what I was saying too, right? So, but then we say, remember, it's not about single body parts or single poses. When we look at Samson and we say, well, maybe it's the 9s across the board.
But
not
when it's legs though, it's half a body. It's a lot. It's half a body. It's not like, oh, your triceps are a bit shit. And I'm not saying his legs are shit, but I'm saying when you're judging, this is why Nick lost the fucking Arnold. This is what he said. The judges were spoken to about that disproportion between top and bottom.
Right.
It's enough, man.
But he still beat Andrew.
Yeah, but he didn't win, and he said to win.
And I'm not saying, I'm not saying Brandon's going to win. I'm saying
he plays higher. Yeah,
he still plays 2nd. You know what I mean? So it's like it's not, even if Brandon's a little bit unbalanced, it's still not. I don't know if it's 7th or 8th. Because I had Abdullah on the podcast yesterday.
Yeah.
And he was, you have to be careful with Abdullah because he's
my athlete, the best.
But he said that Brandon will be lighter,
a bit more chiseled,
but just as big, and he'll be more shredded. He said he looks like he looked in 2020.
Okay, he's incredible. I'd love to look like Brandon. If I could look like Brandon, I'll be a very happy man.
Yeah,
I just see. Here's the thing. I just see too many guys.
Look at this side chest, man. We just said Nick has the best side chest, and I'm looking at the side chest going, I don't know.
I think when they're next to each other, you'd see that Nick's just got a bit more detail in that side. So it just adds to the look. He's fucking sick. No, listen, bro.
I wouldn't say
that looks like someone's built the perfect sculpture out of patty.
I wouldn't say he has more detail. I would say Nick's leg is bigger, so it's maybe more.
You don't think Nick has more detail through like the shoulder striations, the tricep, the arm, like having more separation?
No, definitely.
Nick's so thick in the chest now, though.
No, guys, look. When you see Brandon's shoulder, it's stripped. I don't see that.
I feel like Brandon's a very full bodybuilder, but I don't think he has as much detail as Nick.
All right, we'll take a look at Nick in a minute, but
just my observation.
No, it's fair. It's fair. I think
he's fucking good. If I look like that, I wouldn't wear a top ever. I would literally go grocery shopping like that with a hat on.
That's a nice side tricep too, man. Like the hamstring
is so good.
that front lat spread.
Yeah, I mean, all of these shots are not like he's a former Mr. Olympia. They're all fucking.
He's
not discredit him. I just think
look at that. And then we say the front double, like that's a nice front double.
It is, but then that's when
he stood on his own.
That's when you see the outer sweep of the quads isn't up to scratch with the tricep bicep flare.
Yeah,
the pop. It's still good, but there could just be. I think a lot of it's just genetic insertions, isn't it? Like you can't change what you fucking got. You just got to make it bigger.
I don't know, man.
He is really good.
The more I look at him, the more I'm going to move him up.
Fred's going to move him up, bro. That's a good shot.
But that's the problem, though, right? You can go and look at any of these guys' Instagram pages, and if you spend long enough, you'll start moving them up.
But can I ask a question quickly just to do with this? Like some of those guys in that top 6, when you see them on their own, don't make you feel that way, but when they're on stage, they do.
Right. I know that. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like there's some people like Brandon, like you look at him posing and you're like, fuck, that's like the best body on the planet.
Oh,
then you get someone, I don't know, I don't know any particular names, but you'll see some people you're like, yeah, they're good. But then when they're next to people, you're like, wow, they're actually way better than I thought.
Dude, Samson's like that.
Yeah.
As great as Samson looks when he's by himself posing.
Yeah.
When you see him on stage, you're like, holy fuck, that guy's 290 pounds.
Yeah. I think Roman proved that this year as well. I think Roman was similar to that this year.
Yeah.
Really,
that's
like
what I was about.
Next to people.
I didn't want to talk about myself, but that's what I.
Yeah, we're gonna like you compared so well. It's the same kind of thing,
Let's get away from the Olympia for a minute. Roman, you had a crazy season so far, dude.
Great one, man.
We haven't had you on the show since you won your. Did we have you on after you won the first one?
No.
That's right.
Well,
because I've been calling you, and now you won't answer anymore because you're like a celebrity bodybuilder,
celebrity pro Olympian bodybuilder now. Fuck you.
You're like, I don't have time for your podcast.
No. He's been on since he's qualified. Because we were talking about the travel to the Olympia.
Oh yeah, that's right. He came on.
Okay.
He came on for an hour, and then he's like, I got to go to sleep, and he left.
That was fair enough, though. He was in prep.
So since then, you've had what?
First.
Since then, you've won another show, right?
No, I didn't. I placed second.
You had 2 seconds though, or a second and a third.
I have 2 seconds, 2 thirds, and 2 fifths. And
those fifth were bullshit.
So you have not been outside, or you've not been outside of the top 5 at all this year.
Yeah,
that's when you know you've had a good fucking season, man.
What shows did you take second in, Roman?
Portugal to Presti.
Yeah.
And right now to Theo in Italy.
Did you think you beat Theo?
Yes.
Of course he did.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, I know James, but there's been times when I've taken second and I've been like, yeah, I deserve second.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I just say that looking from the outside because I think I'm just saying, like, with the European guys, like, I kind of see that there's none of the guys are Mr. Olympia guy. Like, none of them are going to win the Olympia yet because we're all coming up. Yeah. So when you beat someone, you don't expect them to suddenly beat you because you're like, this guy ain't that fucking Mr. Olympia, that guy. Like, I've qualified. You don't expect them to beat. I don't know. So I if I'm Roman, I'm like, I'm fucking number 1 in Europe, bro. I just won the European whatever. So I'd be very confident. So then to like have someone like Theo who I've beat previously, because I get how Roman feels. I'll be like, but why?
Do you think Theo?
Well, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Do you think when you got second to Presti, do you think that was fair?
Yes.
Yeah,
Presti is
that's my point. So it's like,
but Presti, this is the difference. Presti,
I think I won every show.
I feel like Presti, Theo has been to the Olympia, which I forget, but Presti, I feel like it's kind of like a solidified him now as an Olympia competitor. Yeah. So that's why if he's in a show, I'm kind of like, okay, this guy is, and then I feel like because Roman won, I'd feel almost like obliged to be like, well, I'm an Olympian.
I think Theo looked really good, and I think it was close. I thought you had a better physique, but that could be also my bias because you're my friend. But what I do think though is they might have rewarded Theo because that's the best I've seen him.
Yeah, it was a good Theo for Theo.
That was the hardest, like the leanest Theo I've ever seen. So maybe
I don't think that should ever be the case though.
No, I'm not saying. But wait a minute, I'm not saying that's what they did. I'm just saying maybe they're like not consciously, maybe subconsciously, their eye was drawn to him because he was better than he's ever been. Right. And Roman's done like 5 shows now. They're like, we've seen this physique already.
He's already in. We know
he's already qualified. Let's There
must be a little bit of that in there. There must be a little bit of this, like, I know people say there's not, but there must be a little bit of like, we want this Olympia to be a really good Olympia. So, if we can get quite a few faces there, unless you're going to a show and your lights out beating people, I still think that if it's close, and someone hasn't qualified for Olympia, I do feel like there is a bit of subconscious, okay, they might get the opportunity now because then they get to go and have their big battle at the Olympia. Do you know what I mean? Like now you get to the Olympia, you get to battle it out with Presti again, you know, all the European boys that have managed to qualify. And I feel like that's what makes the Olympia a good show. So I don't know if that's like a conscious thing or a subconscious thing, because I've qualified for the Olympia before, and I feel like I don't necessarily feel like I was the best in the show. Sometimes I'm like, I've qualified for the Olympia. Maybe it's because, you know, I've hung around long enough, done my shows. They want to see a mix of people at the Olympia. I am good enough to be at the Olympia.
Wait, what show did you qualify for that you didn't think you should have?
I don't know, like the Tsunami Cup, like, for example. Like, it was a good show. We had Alfred was there. There was a lot of good people there.
Who did you beat there? You beat the black guy from France, no?
I beat Mark Hector, Alfred. Patrick wasn't that show. Patrick qualified the week before. So I was against Mark Hector, Alfred.
Yeah, but Patrick took second, didn't he? Did he
William
not?
Martins. Patrick was
Alfred.
Alfred was second.
Alfred was second. I thought Alfred looked really, really, really good. I think at that show I was really impressed by Alfred. So I was kind of like, if Alfred wins this, I wouldn't be like surprised.
Alfred is very impressive because of how conditioned he gets, and his physique is nice, but it's not better than your physique. It's just it's like you said about Brandon. He just needs more legs.
Yeah.
Right, the balance is.
You were a lot bigger on that stage as well, James.
Yeah, I was pretty heavy at that show. I kind of played the game.
Go ahead, Roman.
I think Alfred was fourth in that one.
Yeah.
So it's going to be on the pictures.
Yeah, so let's take a look at this real quick. This is Roman's last show. So front double, I have you winning that. And Theo, if Theo's watching this, I apologize, dude. This is no slight against. This is just my opinion, which means nothing. I'm not a judge, and these are only photos. So I have to always tell people ahead of time, judging from photos is not the proper way to judge anything, but it's all we got. My personal opinion, I got Roman in the front double bicep. Ben, James, what do you think?
Yeah, because it's the taper thing, isn't it? Like when we said with Roman, he takes up such a spread. In certain shots like those, it's like just draws your eye to it. It's like open bodybuilding, but with like that finesse and that shape that you get from old school kind of bodybuilding, which we like.
Roman, were you lighter at this show? Did you fill out the same?
I think I was a little lighter. I think my best one was the Spain, the M Pro, where I placed fifth.
You look a little bit. You look a little bit flatter here than the other one.
Yeah.
I think because after you've done like 5 shows, you just kind of eat into it a little bit, didn't you?
But is that what it was, or was it because you thought you had a really good chance of winning? Maybe you push a little harder, or what was it?
No, I think the week before was the France show.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks before that, there was another show, and those were really close together, and always coming down, filling up, coming down, filling up, coming down. And the other shows were all like 3 weeks apart.
Yeah.
Not 1 week.
Yeah.
And then you get a chance to like catch up again, refill, then go to the next show, refill, go to the next show. But if you're like traveling over here, then you're traveling over there. You're not even going home. You're just traveling from this show to this show to this show. Yeah. Then it's just draining. You know?
I got you.
I liked how you looked in Spain, but I was there in person, so it was like
you get to see it firsthand.
You were huge in Spain.
Front lat spread. I think just the fullness of Theo here.
Yeah. He definitely in the chest. Yeah, he's like thicker and just
right here. No.
Ab and thigh, pretty close all around. Thighs are better here.
How many sauce? 8?
5.
Thank you.
Back double.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, Theo's in really good shape. I've never seen him in this condition. I mean, all of you guys are.
To be fair, I love how Europeans shape. Like, I'm not trying to single out, say Americans don't get in shape, but I did notice this year that the European shows, there was an exceptional level of conditioning for many of the athletes, and I really enjoyed seeing that.
Yeah,
because when you're doing a show, like if you know the names that are going into it, let's say Roman's doing a show, you're like, okay, I've got to come in shape.
Yeah.
So I think there was a precedent set between everyone. Like, okay, guys are going to come in gnarly. Tim comes in really good shape. Alfred's obviously in really good shape. That's why you got Theo at a level of condition that he's never had before, because he knows that he's got to go against these guys.
He's got to keep up. Yeah.
Yep.
See, Roman,
you can just see his chest is a touch like that fullness that Theo
but see,
has.
Roman, I'm glad you're on right now. This is what I've been griping about this since you started competing at these shows. Look how much smaller you look than Theo.
Yes.
Do you know why?
The line.
Do you understand why? Like your knee is turned over. I can see your hamstring, but your upper body is crouched down and in. See how he's standing straight up and twisted?
Yes.
So you're making yourself small, whereas he's making himself big.
Ah, yeah, I see.
You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, because Tim's kind of done the same. He's shadowed himself around a little bit.
Yeah.
He could look bigger.
So like what I'm saying is like you need to push. See how he's standing straight? He's pushing his chest out, and then he's turning the arm a bit. So here, instead, you've got your whole body crouched down towards your hip, and then you're crunching it together. So you're actually making your body look smaller, when in fact you're much wider than Theo is.
All right.
See what I'm saying? So the illusion of the shot is being is in his favor.
Yeah.
But it's just a posing issue.
It's the rib cage, isn't it? It's just keeping that rib high. Like, so instead of deflating, it's like inflating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like Arnold used to do it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Right. Even here too, right? Like this knee could be pushed over more to accentuate the thickness of your hamstring. And then you're crouching, you're almost like crouching over where you should be like standing a little taller. See how he's standing a little taller here?
Yeah, but I'm not really in the shot. You see my arm?
Yeah, it's not straightened out yet. Yeah. I got you.
But I know what you mean.
But see, Tim's doing the same thing. See how he's leaning towards this hip, and it's actually making him look smaller than bigger.
I'm trying to think with a side tricep. I'm trying to think like what I'm noticing is with Tim there is like he's pushing his pec across. It's making him look a bit, like uncomfortable. Whereas Theo's kind of just keeping his chest kind of open and letting his abs and tricep do the work.
So he's
so
Tim is flexing this shoulder across to get the striations. But it's actually crunching the shoulders together to make him look smaller. Whereas Theo is turning the shoulder out, but he's not crunching it together.
You twist from the waist.
I get it this way. Tim is pushing his right shoulder around, whereas Theo is putting his left shoulder back.
Right.
Oh, sorry, his right shoulder back around.
Right.
So he's pulling himself around, whereas Tim is pushing himself around.
Right. Hi, Annika. How are you?
So how are you?
How's it going?
Is it might come pick you up?
I'm good.
I like your new apartment. It's nice.
That's the new place.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. Yes,
anyway,
posing is funny, isn't it? There's so many little like things.
Now let's get to the lat spread. Then you can see how he really beat me.
That's where Theo.
No, the back lat spread.
Let's have a look at this.
Yeah.
Theo is.
He's got a nice lat spread actually, isn't he?
That's where he really beat me.
Yeah.
So in fact, not to be rude, Roman, that you're probably fourth in that whole shot, right?
Yes, absolutely.
But I think it's also the way you're posing it. Your elbow, like you see where your elbows are? See how your elbows are almost behind your lats?
Could be in front more.
And then look where their elbows are. Their elbows are pulled forward more.
Mm-hmm.
You see yours is an old school lat spread. It's the style, isn't it? Like that's why.
So like you're stopping, so like you're opening your back, but you're stopping here, and they're doing this. So like their elbows are going around more, right?
And if you get that right, isn't it? If you get that right, it can help your like mid back push out as well. So you get that thickness in the middle. Like you see how Theo's got like this kind of thick trap. I know he's got good development, but you get the middle.
This is actually perfect because look, you see this. So what Tim's doing here is pushing the center of his spine all the way out, but I don't know if I like this because it kind of takes away some of the detail.
Kind of want the middle ground where he is in it. Yeah.
If you look at Theo, his back is just straight, so you still see all the detail, and then he's pulling his elbows forward, but not too far forward to make his back look flat like this.
You know who Theo's doing it like, and who used to do it like that? Flex Lewis. He never used to because he couldn't. I didn't have the biggest back, so he would like open it to that point where the elbows are just slightly forward, but he wouldn't fully foot it because he didn't have that thickness.
Yeah, because I think for a lot of guys, when their back isn't their best strong point,
if they open it too much, it goes details.
They try and push their elbows all the way forward, and then they try and push the center of their back out.
If it's not,
and what it does is just flatten out their back, and it makes it look like smooth.
You would need a Johnny Jackson back to get away with that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So Yeah, I think there's room for like to perfect some of these shots, Roman. That would I think will help you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's actually a good thing when it's like, especially because you've got a show coming up. So if you can pose in something you can work on now easily daily. So from now to the Olympia, it's not like you've got to change anything on your physical. You just got to adjust some of the posing, which is good to have the homework. You know what I mean?
Alfred looks good, eh? Shredded.
Alfred's really good bodybuilder, man.
Tim looks good.
Tim's legs pretty gnarly, aren't they?
Yeah, he's got to bring that back up to match.
He's back. It's his lats. His actual outer, like the actual lat, isn't there yet?
Yeah, this needs to come up a bit.
Mm.
Theo fucking is good. This is the best I've seen him.
You know what? It's just so close between four of you that you pick someone on the day. Like, there's not a lot in it, is there at all? Like, everyone's in good shape. Everyone's pretty proportionate. It's not like it's just a really good show. So who are you picking?
Who's this? Oh, it's a
he
new
was
pro.
good. He got like fifth, didn't he? He was pretty good.
Yeah, I forget this is his pro debut, I think.
Oh, yes.
Matthias Hollweg is his name.
He's in good shape.
Yeah.
Is he German too?
Yeah.
Shape.
Germans are taking over, bruv.
So
there were 3 Germans in the top 5.
Yeah. Strong country for bodybuilding.
Roman, what do you think about if Nathan gets to the Olympia, since you've competed with him so much now? What do you think his chances are of being in the top 10?
I put him in 8th, I think.
I think you got him in 8th, haven't you?
Do you think he can be better?
Better than that? No.
There's just some really good people, isn't there?
Who do I have? I have Nathan in 10th.
Oh, so he's in your top 10.
Yeah, I got high hopes for Baruz.
You do.
I just really like his physique. Ben, you got Baruz in 9th too. James, you don't even have him in your top 10.
No, because I think he's still a little bit light in the legs.
Okay. Roman, you didn't put him in top 10 either. Hey, what do you guys think? Let's ask this question. And Roman, you're excluded from this answer. Who is the best of the new Olympians? So you have Baruz, Roman, Justin, Brett is out.
Yeah, but he can be included, can't he, in it?
I guess we can include him, even though, he's not doing the show. We could include him. Brett. Who else is new? Phil Klahar. Is this Phil Klahar? Ross?
Yeah.
Okay. So out of all the newcomers,
is it Phil Klahar's debut?
Yeah, for the actual normal Olympia, it must be.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, he got second, didn't he, to Ian at that show and didn't qualify. Remember back in whenever it was.
So Brett, let's see, Brett, Ross,
Bruce, Ross, yeah.
Okay, so out of those, is Kamal doing the Open?
Yeah, but I don't think he's doing. I don't think he's doing any Olympia now, though.
Oh, he's
qualified. Yeah, because he had an issue with there was like earthquakes or some bad shit going on over where he was.
Okay. Okay, so out of the newcomers, who's the best?
What do you think? Oh no, you can't, because Roman can't say because he's one of the
Roman can't say.
But does Roman have an opinion on that? Surely he can say.
Roman, what's your?
It's him or someone else?
Roman, what's your opinion?
Baruz.
Okay. Yeah, Baruz beat because Brett's very good, and Baruz beat Brett, and then like if you were to think of Brett versus say Shire.
Well, the thing is, Baruz
has beat.
I think Baruz is actually better than when he beat Brett. Like his legs looks like they've come up. I mean, that's kind of a grainy shot. Let me go to the next one.
Well, do that. Do the order of.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
One sec. There's a video here. There it is. Like his legs are thick, dude.
He's got really nice shape, isn't he?
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I'm big on this guy. I talk about him every podcast.
Isn't he young? Isn't he young as well?
I don't know.
He's quite young,
but it looks like his legs have come up.
He is very good.
All right, wait. We'll put them in order. Who would of the newcomers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? There's 5 of them.
I think Baruz, because like I said, Baruz beat Brett, and I think Brett could beat Justin. If Justin shows up like he showed up in Chicago, I think Roman beats Justin. So I would go.
Wait, I know Roman beats Justin if like.
What did you say for real? Why'd you say for real?
I don't think
Roman doesn't say it because Roman's not beating himself up.
Okay.
Wait, what were you going to say, Roman? Say it. You don't think what?
Out of those 5, I think I'm the worst.
Well, that's because you're Roman. That's what we all think. We all hate ourselves.
You're a humble creature.
I would go, if I had to put them in order, I would put Baruz, Brett, Roman, Justin, Phil.
About Ross.
Oh, I forgot Ross. Ross and Roman would be interesting to see because Roman is
they kind of similar strong parts as well, don't they?
Well,
legs are both pretty good.
Legs are both really good. Conditioning is both really good. I think Roman will be bigger, but yeah,
Roman's like about 20, 30 pounds bigger.
More than that. Roman, how much are you on stage? 270?
How much is 120 kilos?
It's 240, 252, 252. I think.
Wait, no, surely.
No, it's not.
120
60
times 2.2.
164, 264.
That's a good weight.
Yeah, so you're almost 270 pounds, and Ross is like, I think Ross is like 235 or something like that. 238. What did he say he was last time he was on stage? 235, 230, 238, something like that. So you're like 30 pounds heavier than he is.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah, so I would go.
Yeah, now he's happy. I'll take him.
He's like, all right, I'll take it.
And that shit shows on stage. That really does.
Anyway, okay. So that's the Olympia. Roman, is there any what show out of all the shows you did is your favorite?
From my look or from my looks wise, I think I looked the best at the Spain show.
Yeah,
where I played this for some reason.
What was the best? What was your favorite one to do?
To do the one I won.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What you got to take out of the Spain one is, I would say that the 1 and 2 in that are the highest caliber of bodybuilders you competed against all year, right? Nathan and Regan were
yeah
the most. So, you know, that 5th is not a reflection of the look, I don't think.
No, it's like 2 spaces were taken by 2 people that are kind of almost guaranteed to qualify. You know, they're 2 people that at the beginning of the year, like they're going to be at the Olympia.
They're top 10 Olympians.
Yeah.
So
and the week earlier, the week previous to that, I placed 3rd behind them, and then the week later I get 5th.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up. I didn't. Yeah, it was a weird one.
That's why I never did a lot of shows, because I hate the chance of that happening. I'm not gonna lie.
It seems like there's just the one set of judges that doesn't like your shape or something. It seems like when you're in front of other people, you get a better look.
It's probably just preference.
I mean, that's judging, right? They have their preference, so they really. Okay. Is there any other bodybuilding news we have to cover before we move on to questions? Brett's out. Brett's out of the Olympia. I saw something on buys and tries. He said something his body was just not functioning the way he wanted it to.
Yeah, I think he just didn't feel too good. I think he had like diarrhea and stuff as well for a bit too long.
Well, for anybody who knows Brett,
he's a hard motherfucker.
The guy works hard as fuck. So if he says he couldn't do it, then he couldn't. Yeah. There's something wrong, because he wouldn't fucking back out for lack of.
Brett is not flaky when it comes to that.
He's the guy that gets in the gym and gets work done.
He is blue collar as they come.
Yeah, that's one thing I can say for sure. So if there was something wrong, then it must have been really not. They're really affecting him in some way. Any other bodybuilding news we have to cover? Brett's out. Anything else?
Density, what's his name? He didn't win the IFBB show, but he won the Mr. World in the I think it's the other one over in Dubai. Andrew Jack's old training partner on Instagram.
Okay.
Have a look at him. I think it's worth having a look at him really quick, just because.
What's he looking? What's his name?
It's I'll find it quickly and then I'll tell you, because I've got him.
Well, that Nexzilla guy, right?
Oh, we should take a look at that motherfucker too. He's crazy.
He's coming into there. His legs are.
So yeah, it's two people we should check out. I suppose it's him.
Okay,
this guy. I'm trying to find him now. You look at Nexzilla first, and then I'll find this guy for you.
Nexzilla. What's Nexzilla's name?
I've got a name for I've got a name for this guy first. If you want to find this guy.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's DHESTINE. Sorry, DHEST.
Destiny 5.
Yeah, Destiny 5. Sorry, I thought it's I don't know why it's Destiny 5. So yeah. Anyway, nice guy. I trained with him before. I trained with him and Andrew when I was in Dubai. Guy's a freak. Bubbly as fuck. Bubbly as fuck.
Oh, this guy. I know you're talking about.
Super duper round. Ridiculous.
Fuck. What's his weight? What's he?
He's got to be. I don't know, but look how round
Wait,
is.
is he classic?
No, in Dubai they have to wear those.
What?
They're not allowed to wear trunks in Dubai, are they? Can't show the PP.
Dude, this guy's physique is nuts,
bro. I've literally been next to him. Like, he's very humble as well.
Is he short?
Yeah. Fucking just.
Is he? He's not 212, is he?
He could be. I'm pretty sure he fucking could be. Look at the fucking roundness.
That physique is.
It's just so like.
It doesn't get well. It doesn't get more complete than that.
No.
He looks like Brandon Ray. Remember Brandon Ray?
Yeah. I used to love Brandon Ray.
Yeah.
Bro, this guy, like, honestly, like, come over, do your thing in the 212, dominate.
I don't know if he dominates the 212 though.
Oh, mate, get him a little bit like, I don't know, a physique like, does it even need to be any harder? Do you need to be crispy if you're like that?
I think Keon beats him.
You think Keon's got better genetics than that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I don't think so. Sorry, Keon, I love you, but this guy's got like.
Don't say you. This is what you were saying last year about Andrew, who's going to win the Olympia. Like, you fucking did.
Listen, I'm my Dubai boys.
You and these black Dubai boys.
Andrew will win the Olympia one day. Andrew will win the Olympia.
You start getting all fucking foamy at the mouth, mate. I need to settle
Something
down.
happens. Something happens to James when he's around these guys. He's just like,
when I see an athletic black man, I get really excited. Okay, it's not my fault. But no, the reason I brought him up actually is, like I say, because I have actually trained with him, and he is a sound guy. And he won this Mr. World, and I'm just like, come on, man, like, come over, do your thing.
No, look, there's no doubt that he's extremely impressive. Keon is Keon. And,
Keon's great.
Sean Clarita is also very impressive. I don't know if he could beat.
I don't think any of them two. Those
Sean's pretty decent.
What?
Sean's not bad.
No, I just mean, like, I don't think, as impressive as this is, I don't think he could beat Keon or Sean.
If he was as like dry as Sean, what do you think?
He wouldn't have any legs left.
If Samson was as dry as Sean,
you guys hear what Roman said?
I see that. Yeah. He thinks the legs will disappear if he gets leaner. I see that. It does happen. It's not.
I don't think he has to get leaner. I just don't think. I think Keon's physique is special, man. It's different. I think it's just different. This guy's pretty incredible. He is. He's like.
I want to see the matchup. So this is a call now to arms.
Yeah.
Get him out here.
Yeah.
I want to see you coming. Because, like I say, it'd just be exciting for the division.
What's Nexzilla's name? What are we talking about?
I have no idea, bro. That dude's just got some crazy neck.
Like Rubian or something, isn't it? Something like that. I don't know.
That's got to be that.
Rubiel.
Bro, that's got to be some sort of like. He must have been born with that. That's
his mum's still waddling.
Absolutely. There's no way that neck was developed through weight training. That's like some genetic predisposition. It's crazy.
Rubiel. Look at
it.
His legs, his quads are a joke, though.
The neck is just something else.
Wait.
Wait. Look at his legs.
Jesus.
They're like Carlos, isn't it? Kind of proportion.
Yeah. This is just absurd, man. I don't know if he can get shredded, but if he can, it's fucking lights out for everybody.
Bro, just sign him up, put him in an expo, shake hands.
Yeah.
Shake necks.
Roman, what do you think?
I've seen him. I've known of him for since I discovered him on Instagram 3 years ago.
And
what
do you think?
He's incredible.
Do you think he can he win an Olympia, you think, if he can get in shape? Back's pretty good.
I think you need a bigger upper body to win the Olympia.
I think he's good from the front. I don't know how big this back is going to look when it's shredded.
The neck proportions, the way the neck just spreads.
Look at his traps.
Look at his triceps. Look at the fucking triceps on the bastard. Jesus.
Yeah.
This guy is fucking really.
He is a monster.
Holy shit.
He's the kind of bodybuilder you definitely want walking around an expo. You'd get the eyes drawn, wouldn't
He does not look short either. I don't know how tall he is.
I think he's quite tall because Larry, he was with Larry there. Larry's like 6 foot.
Yeah, you know how like Carlos is like round and bubbly, but he's quite short, and his structure isn't that big. Look, he's next to Dorian there. So
has anybody seen him on stage or anything?
Yeah, I have. There is a few pictures of him online on stage.
He competed last year.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
How did he do? Did he win?
I think he won a couple of shows.
I'd be surprised if he did.
Look at this calf. Look at this calf. Holy fuck. This is just absurd, man. Look at that. In trunks, it's even worse.
Yeah, look at the legs there on the right. Look.
What happened to Vito?
Oh, what happened with Vito? Yeah, Vito, that's some news. Vito's just like not turned up to guest posings with no visa, not competing, pulled out of shows. I don't know.
But didn't he have a son or something? He had a son or daughter recently?
Yeah, but he was meant to do some guest posing at a show, and then apparently he didn't turn up. But I don't know I don't know what the situation is, but he didn't have a visa to do it or something.
Well, didn't Brett also just have a son or daughter?
Yeah, do you think it's that? We're all like, fuck it, let's just be dads.
No, I don't mean that. I
don't
mean,
want to be a dad right now.
No, but I mean, like, Ben, you could speak to this. I'm like, how much stress and pressure would that put on a guy if he's trying to help his wife take care of a baby, and like, maybe that has something to it,
Wait,
I remember talking to Brett. It was like the December before the Arnold he did, and we were talking about kids and stuff, and he's like, yeah, at some point I want to look at that. And I said to him, wait till you're done.
Yeah.
I was like, wait until you've achieved what you wanted to. Because it's a lot of work. If you want to be, it depends what you want to be as a father, right?
Yeah.
You can be neglectful and just carry on and then sure do what you want. But if you want to be involved, it's tough.
I don't know, Ben. That's a tough word to.
Well, you can be less present than some other people. And it's just true.
I don't want to say neglectful only because like, Brandon goes to Kuwait for like 4 or 5 months out of the year to do this, and like
I don't blame him. I would do exactly the same fucking thing if I was.
But I mean, I don't know if I wouldn't call it neglectful. I would call it like, this is how they make their money. This is how he makes his living. So the family is.
You know what he meant by that, though.
I don't mean it like that. I just mean like it's a distraction, and then what you'll find is you go to bed at night and you're like, oh man,
I'm not helping my wife.
I feel shitty. I feel guilty. And then you wake up next morning and like, because Denise would be like, oh, and I was only competing as an amateur, and she would just be like, oh, carry on. And she would like shoulder all of the responsibility, but it doesn't change at night when you're laying there. You're like,
I feel like you're not doing enough. Yeah.
I wonder in Brandon's case. I mean, obviously his children are older, so it's very different now. It's very, very different. But I wonder in Brandon's case, if you're away and you're removed from the situation, if it's easier to not feel bad.
100%. Outside, out of mind. I promise you. It's so much easier.
Like most things, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
I wonder if, I think like if Yannicka was going to be a mum, and I was like getting ready for a show, I guarantee she would just crack the whip and say, you ain't doing no shows, motherfucker. You're going to come home and you're going to fucking rub my feet before bed every night. She wouldn't even let me probably. So I don't know. Maybe the ladies have had a little harsh word.
I'm being serious. I'm being serious though. Like I wonder, I'd like to, I haven't talked to Brett in a while. I'd like to pick his brain about it, but I'm curious, like maybe the stress level had something to do with his digestion. Additional, like all this stuff piles on, right? And maybe it affects you physically after a while. Or same thing with Vito. Like, he's got a newborn son or daughter, and maybe he's like, look, I'm just going to wait till next year when my.
There's definitely different.
Think about it. Like, I assume if you just, and like I said, Ben, you could speak to this, but I'm assuming if you just had a baby, you're still trying to get your bearings of like when you're going to go to sleep, when you're going to eat, when you're going to
throw everything off.
Right. So this guy's got to travel and guest pose and compete. And he's like, fuck, you know what? Maybe I'll just do this next year. He's only 25 anyway.
Yeah. I remember like sitting and talking to Branch. I've spoken to him a few times about this, like when he was having his, daughter Faith.
Yeah.
And obviously for him, like it depends what it sparks in it, because he's such a fucking like resilient, like certain mentality he has. When he knew that he was going to have a kid, it made him actually more aggressive towards the ambition.
Yeah.
He like got deeper into it and harder and made sure, because he was like, I've got to make sure I make it work.
Right.
Yeah. That's the only way you can do it.
Right.
Yeah.
I would often tell myself, I remember going, and this is really, I feel a bit like a fucking dickhead saying this because at no point was I at that level. But I'd be out doing my cardio and I've got that whiteboard, right? So I would write stuff on there and I would be like, make it worthwhile. Like if you're going to be out here neglecting them, if you're going to be taking something away from them and you're out here being selfish, make it worthwhile.
Well, guys, it's not any different than a normal blue collar worker. Like if I think of my father, he was an absent father, but he wasn't absent because he was a fucking dick. He was absent because he was working 12 hours a day as a welder to bring home enough money just to fucking put some food on the table. So it's like you have to decide. So in Branch's case, he probably made that same decision. I got to be selfish so I can win the Arnold, so I can bring home $100,000 or 200, whatever the fuck it is, right? And take care of my family.
Same with Brandon. Brandon's like, you know what? I've got a good. I'm signed to SciTech.
Yeah,
I place well in the Olympia, and I have this because I go away and I put myself in a position where I work hard. So I've got to keep doing it.
I don't think it's any different. I don't think it's any different than any decision any blue collar or white collar businessman, doctor, fucking whatever, any decision these guys have to make every day. They got to go away to work. They got to do things.
It's a real life situation.
Denise just did 2 pro shows, and about 3 or 4 weeks out, she was having a bit of a wobble.
Yeah,
because she felt guilty.
Yeah,
and I was like, listen, if you're gonna be like doing this much cardio and being away from, and like I was picking the kids up and doing whatever, I'm like. And she's like, well, I'm putting you under stress. I'm putting the kid. I'm like, so make it fucking worthwhile then.
Yeah.
Fucking grind and go hard at it. Go all the way. Go fucking all in.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, Roman, I mean, look.
Do you think? Sorry.
No, go ahead, James.
I was just going to say, like Roman, if you found yourself in a position like, say, Brett or whoever having a child, do you think would you be able to manage that? Like, I don't know how I would feel. Would I be able to do both? Would I have to take time out and make sure the priorities are first? Because it depends on your priority. Like, what would you do?
I would not get into this position.
So basically, just no kids for you. No kids.
Yeah, but you have sex every day. What if you got her pregnant?
If you get one through the secret defense.
No.
It happens.
No way. No way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not expecting you to pull out the Olympia from having a child.
It's not a possibility. It's not going to happen.
That is his own
James, I can tell you this. If I was lucky enough to have had kids when I was like 30 and I was in the middle of my career, I would have been exactly like my father. I would have been like, look, I got to work. I'm going to fucking make as much money as I can at this shit so I can take care of my kid.
Yeah, I'll be the same.
It's different if it's a career, right? If you have other things going on where you can make money, then you're deciding, like in Ben's case, for example, he was doing it not, I don't want to say a hobby.
For passion.
Yeah, for passion.
It was.
Yeah, it wasn't like his bread and butter is coaching, and he was doing it as a passion project. So it's a little different to be selfish because you're like, well, this is just for fun. It's not. But I think if you're making money at it like Brandon, you're like, look, this is my fucking job. Like, I have to be selfish so I can put fucking food on the table.
Yeah,
so,
imagine.
Like I said,
Go ahead, Ben.
Sorry.
Go, Roman.
Roman, go ahead.
Imagine if you're working on an oil rig and you're gone for weeks or months at a time, or you get deployed in the army.
Yeah, man, fucking hell, yeah.
It's not like, oh, I got a kid, I'm quitting this.
Right, you can't.
That's true, actually. That's true, yeah.
Well, I mean, look, even my brother. My brother's a business owner. He owns a few businesses. He travels overseas all the time. He's like gone for like a weekend or two, once a month. It's like just shit you got to do. So yeah. Anyway, I think it's funny because I think bodybuilding seems like to a lot of people, it seems like it's not work because
it's not serious, right? Yeah.
Well, because you think, well, I'm only at the gym an hour a day. Why?
You're at gym. You're only eating chicken and rice during the day. That's fun. No, it's like there's all the organization around it.
Well, the stress and the pressure and the fucking it's not as easy as I think.
Fatigue and
there's a lot involved. To be fair.
Yeah.
I just heard the neighbors' kids talk about us
in a good way or bad way.
It's like because there a couple new kids moved in, and the kid that was already living there, it's like I don't even know how he could ever think that I wouldn't hear him.
What did he say?
So he's talking bad.
He just whispered to the other kid, The other kid was like, "Oh, who's that?" Like, "Oh yeah, that's our neighbor. We can't talk to them because he's bad." It's like
a bad man.
Then the other kid says, "He hasn't done anything." Because I just walked by and said hi.
Yeah.
And then he hasn't done anything. And I was getting stuff out of my trunk from the car. It's like, no, we can't talk to them. They don't work, and they have a lot of money. And
they think you're a drug dealer.
And I was like, so the other kid says something to me. He's like, "How you doing?" or something. I was like, "Oh yeah, good. How are you guys doing? Blah blah, boys." And then it's like, "See, I told you, he's not bad. He's not doing it. He's just normal." Like, no, we can't talk to them. My parents said we can't.
Yeah, parents. I was gonna say there's parents.
I was gonna say that.
Conversation.
Yeah.
They're
gonna beat the parents up.
Yeah, mate. Fuck them.
Beat the parents up.
So apparently, the parents think we're just neither one of us works. We just have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And we just sit here in our house and do YouTube videos.
Yeah, bad things. All day. Yeah. Okay, let's do some questions. Alexis Adams is a IFBB Pro wellness girl. She took 4th at the Arnold. She said she wants to know if we have any advice for athletes going into their first Olympia. James, do you have any advice?
Yeah, give me advice, man.
Oh man, honestly,
he's going to say exactly what I'm going to say. I know it.
Oh, I don't know. I just, you never know if you're going to be there again, so you need to be present. Like, I was so faffing around and getting stressed by wherever I've got to be, what town I've got to do. Ben was there. Ben knows how I was. I did have a really good time, thankfully, because Ben was there. But yeah, I wasn't present as I should have been, and I was too preoccupied by trying to make sure that everything ran smoothly that I didn't actually experience it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Exactly the same thing. It's like the one thing, I was only there one time. I qualified a bunch of others, but I only went once, and I had enough sense to take a few moments in.
Yeah.
So I would say, like James said, be present, take it all in. Like try and not be anxious, because anxiety creates a blur. So try and just be present.
One thing I just want to add really quickly as well, like, enjoy it, pat yourself on the back for being there, because right now, when you're on that stage at Olympia, you're one of the best in the world at what you chose to start doing as a child. You've made it. So if you don't enjoy it fucking now, and the time comes where you never go again, shit, man, you wasted that time, that the thing you worked for your whole life.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I don't really have any other advice. That's the most important. Feel worthy. If you see Jay Cutler, if you see people like that, and say hello, don't feel like you're not worthy of being there. You know, shake hands, say hello, talk to the other athletes, know them, share the space, man. You're entitled to be there with these guys. I had a booth the athlete thing next to Nick, and Nick was really good with me. He made me feel very welcome. Obviously, he's a seasoned competitor. I had my line and he had his line, and I was made to feel very comfortable. Yeah.
So that's all I can say, really.
Yeah. Good. All this says is lakes or oceans. I have no idea what it means.
I saw that. Who replied to that? Was it Lee?
Lee Priest replied, parks and freeways.
Maybe where you want to spend your vacation at a lake
or an ocean. Because
I'm gonna say lakes, because I'm definitely afraid of sharks.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if
there's a mountain by the lake, then I'm definitely there.
I'm just thinking, what if someone fucks with nature and gets a shark and drops it into the lake, and then the lake is infested by sharks?
That's happened.
What?
There you go.
Yeah.
See?
It's happened.
Lake. There's a film.
Does it need to be saltwater, like a saltwater lake?
No, there's been accounts of bull sharks swimming upstream from an ocean into like a lake.
See?
Yeah. Watch, I'll prove it.
Lakes are dangerous, people. You thought they were happy. You thought lakes were happy places.
We believe you.
We believe you. Okay. Roman's like, move on. Okay.
Isn't Jason Voorhees in a lake somewhere?
What?
The statue.
Jason, the fucking geezer from that. What's the horror fucking film?
Friday the
Lake.
13th.
Ah, fucking come on, guys. Crystal Lake.
Friday the
Jason, not Jason Voorhees, the other one.
I'm
I
lost.
can't believe it. Michael Myers.
What
Is he in
about
a
him?
lake? No, it's Jason. Jason's in a lake. Oh, no one knows films here, so I'm just
The
trying.
one with the hockey mask.
Yeah, hockey mask. He's in a lake. I'm gonna leave it now.
What the
I
fuck
failed.
are you talking about? In a lake?
Friday the 13th.
It's in a
I
lake.
don't watch horror films.
He got killed. He got killed in a lake and then came back and started killing everyone out of the lake.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So just be careful.
I don't watch horror films when I get too scared. I want to.
Ben's like, fuck that.
I'm not doing that.
Who had convinced the Brits that color is not spelled with a U?
Convince the Canadians and Americans that it is.
No, Canadians is spelled with a U as well. So
Oh,
I'm with
dude,
you.
there you go.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Sorry, bro. If Justin Shire adds another 20 pounds, will he be the next Justin Compton?
No one will ever be another Justin Compton. He'll be very good.
If he adds another 20 pounds, everybody else should look the fuck out. But that's a tall.
He'll be very, very
Yeah,
dangerous.
right.
That's a tall order at 35 years old.
20 pounds is a lot.
The most insane thing you guys have ever seen in the gym: crazy lifts, brawls, injuries. The most insane thing I've ever seen in the gym is probably bend, squat. What the fuck did you squat the one day? It was like 7 plates or 6 plates, like it was nothing.
James is like, I do that in a warm up.
No. Listen, I'm not talking about video. I'm not talking about video because the same weekend, I think James hack squatted like fucking 8 plates like it was nothing. And like these things probably seem like nothing to people because you guys put them on Instagram all the time. But when you fucking see it in person, it's a little bit scary. Like when
the deadlifts that I weren't there, but Ben and Luke deadlifting back in the day. Some of their videos, fuck me.
Listen, that was good fun. I don't love those deadlift sessions.
I don't care what anybody says. You see somebody do, 6 plates, 7 plates, 8 plates, like James, some of the shit I've seen you do on Instagram, you're wowed by it. You're like, holy fuck. But
been there.
When you see somebody walk it out in person and squat it with their ass to the ground, you're like, how is this person not crumpled into nothing? It's just more impressive to watch. So those are probably two things I've seen in person. I was like, holy fuck. Cause I haven't seen anybody lift extremely heavy in real life, like in person. I never really trained with anybody that was super strong. So I don't know about you guys. I mean,
I haven't really seen. I've always been unfortunate. I've never really been there when someone's done there because the big lifts happen on the days where you're not being watched, and it's the same for them. So a lot of the time, your best workout was the one that no one ever saw.
Yeah. The problem is the big lifts that happen when you're around are normally on your fucking back, mate.
So I can't.
Yeah,
so
James,
you see it.
Yeah, James, when you're squatting 8 plates on a regular basis, are you impressed at all by anybody else's lifts?
Yeah.
Wait, I remember when James was double belted squatting.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen video of that.
I'm impressed depending on the person. So I actually only started squatting again because I saw a gentleman who was quite a lot lighter than me squatting 200 for reps, and I was very impressed.
Yeah.
Because I was like, he's not a huge guy, but he's going in. So I was very impressed by his intensity.
Yeah.
So it's just it depends on.
I know what you mean. I met a guy at a store appearance, I think, and he said he was 100 and Ben, you were there. I think that was the one in El Paso or something. I don't remember where we were, but we met somebody at a store signing. And he said he was like 180 pounds, but he had squatted like 5 something. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, this guy's like squatting triple his body weight. So yeah,
it just jumped into my head. The most impressive thing I've seen, and it's the context in which it was done, was Luke in the Dragon's Lair. It's on video where Joe Bennett was training us 2 days after Tampa.
Yeah.
So when he got second to Dexter on the Saturday, on the Monday we were back in Boca at Flex's gym, and Joe put us through like a gnarly fucking leg workout, and then at the end of the session we squatted, and Luke did 6 plates for reps. Yes. And I'm like, this is 2 days after a show.
Yeah.
So he took second at
dehydrated.
Dexter. Like, what the
can you
we've done that lift countless times, right?
But
6 plates was like,
it's like you say, it's when.
But in that context of we were on the road, we were traveling, it was 2 days after, and it was at the end of Joe Bennett fucking wrecking us.
If anybody,
Joe tried to fuck, when someone's like,
purposely tries to make things harder, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Everything that day was fucking brutal.
Well, if anybody ever wants to know what it feels like to be extremely fucking weak after being strong, try training dehydrated. Man, I've had photo shoots to do like the day after a show, and they're like, "Can you squat 4 plates?" I'm like, "Are you fucking serious right now?" I'm like, "I can't even squat my own body weight." I'm fucking. When you're dehydrated, your body does not fucking work. So for him to squat 6 plates,
I'd say the other impressive thing I've seen, and it's because we're on here as well, but when Roman was squatting after his hip surgery, it wasn't that long. It was not long after the fucking hip surgery. He had for like 4 or 5 plates aside. And he was doing perfect sets
with a pause, perfect with a pause. Yeah, but that's not. But that's not
impressive.
Yeah, but that's not in person. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, I think seeing shit in person is just different, man. But anyway,
so Roman's doesn't count.
Yeah, video doesn't count. Doesn't mean anything. What other spots do you watch? What other sports do you watch apart from bodybuilding, or do you wish you did another sport except from bodybuilding? I don't watch as much UFC anymore, but I did watch UFC for a while. I know Ben you watch UFC.
Deep into that.
Roman's full-time bodybuilder. He doesn't watch anything else.
Ben, James, do you watch anything else? You just game, right?
It's game. You can call that sport, esports, you know what I mean?
It's not a sport. Don't call it a sport.
Call of Duty is a sport when I play it. It's competitive.
Well, actually,
I went to an event and they won 100.
People might say that's more of a sport. People might say it's more of a sport than bodybuilding.
Than the actual part on stage, they could argue. They'd be like, "Well, at least we're competing." Well,
that's right. At least there's a score.
Yeah. I do watch a bit of skating sometimes, but I haven't watched much lately.
Ben, which UFC fight in history would you have wanted to witness live and in person? Conor Khabib for me.
Awesome. But I know that I want to go to the Jones Stipe fight.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
That one I'm dying to go to, and Denise won't let me go because she's working. Okay, so you and I can go.
Okay.
Oh no, you two.
Actually, no. Sorry, it's not. It's in December. It's in November. It's the week after the Olympia.
We'll just drive. We'll just go. Oh, it's after the Olympia's in Orlando. Yeah.
I don't know which one I'd like to go and see. I think Jones versus Cormier would be good.
Yeah, those are good. Fuck, marry, kill, pancakes, waffles, donuts.
What you say again? Pancakes, waffles, donuts.
Pancakes are superior to waffles.
Pancakes, waffles, donuts. Fuck, marry, kill.
Kill donuts.
Okay.
Fuck waffles.
No way.
Marry pancakes.
I think I agree. I think I agree, but then I might put waffle actually behind the donut.
I'm gonna kill waffles. I'm kill waffles.
Waffles are a bit bland, aren't they?
Oh no, because it depends what you're putting on a waffle. Because if you put deep fried chicken on a waffle, then I'm all about it.
I've never ever been a fan of waffles.
They used to do that around the corner from me. Sorry, man.
It's fucking good.
I'm
chicken waffles.
You're not a fan.
I don't even.
You know what?
I kill donuts.
You know the problem with donuts. Do you know the problem with donuts? They try and go too far with them.
No, you don't have to. I just like a regular Krispy Kreme.
No, no. That's what I'm saying. If you keep it basic, then I'm more inclined to have a conversation.
Ben, we need to have a discussion.
But you start putting a fucking like Twix in it or Biscoff on top and this, and the donut gets like this fucking big.
They fuck it all up.
Ben, you've been to Brighton Pier, right?
Yeah.
You know, those kind of donuts are real donuts.
Yeah.
How do they even cook them? What they cook? They just fry it deep for what they?
The ones that go on that wheel and they come out. You've seen the ones that come out. They're just a standard little donut. And
that goes over any Krispy Kreme any day of the week. I'm sorry.
So
I will tell you this: a split finger donut, though. Now we're moving into a realm of.
Listen, a friend of mine sent me a burger with nachos on it. It was like a nacho burger, and I said to him, "I'm like, dude, this doesn't do it for me, man. I like a burger just to be a burger." Maybe put an egg on it or something.
Yeah. That's pushing the boat out.
And he thought I was crazy, but I'm like, I'm like that with everything. Ice cream, donuts. Like I just like the regular thing.
In its simplest form.
I don't know. Ben and Jerry's is decent. Ben and Jerry's goes a little far, but it's good.
No, but like when you go you make your own ice cream, and some people put like everything on their fucking ice cream.
Yeah.
It's shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like these blends in bodybuilding and the drugs. You know, you just want sus and deca, mate. Come on. I don't want none of this other shit. Come on.
It's the super blends.
I don't want no super blend with TTM.
I never understood though. I never understood those blends. I'm like, I like having my I want to put a little bit of this.
Come on. Same with food.
I don't want it an all in one.
Portion control on that plate. I want to be able to have a little bit of ice cream, maybe a little, 2 pancakes, and maybe some strawberries.
So you don't like the cutting blends with like the Trend, the Mastron, and the
that is gay.
The cutting blends.
Cutting blends. Yeah.
Cutting blends is for people that are like they've had their teeth done and they're really tanned. Got nice hair.
Yeah, cutting blends are for cunts that are going to go to a festival and they're trying to get in shape for it.
Yeah, literally. It's for all the boys from Essex. Essex boys. Yeah. Cutting blend. Wait, mate, they ask you, can you get that cut blend?
You never see that was a popular thing back in the day before I like was kind of like not at the end of my career, but closer into my 30s. People were like, all of a sudden, all these blends came up.
I know, it's just ridiculous.
Like, what the fuck are you guys doing, man?
Yeah,
I'm like, how do you
know? It's already risky injecting yourself with some dodgy underground.
I know.
You're gonna put a cocktail. Just
Summer. Fuck, marry, kill. Donuts, waffles, pancakes. Come on, we're on a podcast here.
We need to know a female's point of view on this.
Come on.
Please.
Which one are you going to kill?
That's the easiest one.
All right, me and you are on the same page. Kill the waffles. Yeah. Are you going to fuck or marry the donut?
We literally can fuck the donut with our cups because it's got a hole in it.
I got a different one.
Just say it.
Wait, what?
Us.
Marry the donut? All right, Summer's going to marry the donut.
Marry the donut.
I got a different one for. I got a different one for Summer.
What?
Cigarette, coffee, Cade.
That's Livy.
Ben said, fuck, marry, kill, cigarette, coffee, banana bread.
No, it's a Cade.
He said Cade. I'm sorry. No, you can't put the dog in there.
Who has got food on the brain?
Cigarette, coffee, but it's tough, right? Now you're gonna fucking
there's no.
She's gonna marry all of them. She's gonna be Muslim. She's gonna have 4 wives.
This is it.
All right. Favorite town in Europe? That's a strange question.
It's a question.
It just says favorite town in Europe.
Like people love cities like Barcelona. People like places like
it's not a town.
Yeah, but he doesn't mean town, whoever this is.
Just
who's gonna know
the Americans out there?
Yeah.
Europe is not a country.
Yeah, exactly. And who the fuck's gonna know a little town in Europe? Like where Roman's from.
That's a good point. I didn't realize this person probably
Yeah. It means city, basically. Come on.
No, but what Roman's saying is like the guy doesn't realize there's like 40 countries in Europe.
Europe's like this fucking big on the map. But there is a lot of countries that spread across Europe which have good cities in. Paris, Paris.
I do like Bath.
I'm not that far from Bath, I don't think now.
No.
London is cool. London is cool.
Yeah.
Out of all the cities I've been to in Europe, I don't know. They're all the same.
I like Prague.
Fuck off, are they? All the same. They're all different. Everyone speaks different languages.
Prague is nice.
Rome is nice.
The Colosseum is probably the greatest thing I've ever seen in person.
Yeah,
I've never been. I want to go to Italy. Me and Summer want to go to Italy.
It's worth the trip.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm watching a documentary on the Colosseum actually and gladiators. It's fucking good.
What platform?
It's not like you think. It's not Hulu. I think. Do you know what's interesting about it?
What?
They had the fights that would happen was kind of like the UFC. They had rules, and sometimes the rules would be different. So sometimes it was to the death, sometimes it wasn't. And they had a referee.
Did they have hell in the cell sometimes?
Yeah,
they put a cage in there.
They had a referee in there, and he would
wow.
Yeah, and there was this really famous.
Why is that
happened?
Why is that so surprising to you?
Because my knowledge of it was just from films and whatever, right? So I'm like, they all just go in and fight to the death. But what they were saying that there's such an investment into these athletes or gladiators that they didn't want them always to die. So they'd be like, okay, that's enough, right? Let's save them for a bigger fight.
It was more sophisticated than we thought.
Yeah.
Huh. It's a cool series.
Do you think that they could flood the thing and then may do ship fights?
Ship fights like battleship.
Yeah, like battleships.
Put water in and cannon each other.
Put water. It was so big. You know how big it is, right, Ben?
It's pure huge.
They can start it with water, and then they would like simulate battle.
Ocean battle. They throw spears from one boat to the other.
So I don't think they did that.
It sounds a bit wild.
I don't think
they use aqueducts. The aqueducts fill it up with water, and then they do boat battles.
They did have a famous battle like the day it opened between two real famous gladiators that went on for like 2.5 hours, and they had rounds, so they had breaks and water breaks.
Sounds like tennis.
And then they'd go back at it, and then it was supposed to be to the death, but they got so exhausted, the emperor saved them both.
I wonder how much of it is theatrics though.
Yeah, it could have been a lot of theatrics.
Because honestly, I don't care how good you are. If you fought somebody for 2 hours, eventually you're going to kill them. Like, there's no way it could just be even for 2 hours. Anyway.
Well, and another thing as well is a lot of them knew each other and trained together because they were from like the same camps and whatever.
Yeah.
It's taken away some of the kind of the magic for me now, Ben.
Yeah, you ruined it.
No, it's better. It's better for me. Like, it's more interesting now.
Top 5 movies.
Gladiator.
Hard.
What'd you say, Roman?
It's hard.
It's a hard one.
Just give me a top 5. Come on, give me.
It kind of depends on what.
They don't have to be in order. They don't have to be in order.
It doesn't have to be a genre or anything. You can just go what you like.
So it has to be. Rocky has to be one of them.
Okay. That's a
good one. Star Wars is not a movie, right? You have to pick one of the 9.
Yeah, one of them. What do you like?
9.
Probably Empire Strikes Back, surely.
No, I don't like snow. Then it's the Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Gotta say,
Oh, could put Rambo in there as well. 2 Star movies.
I was going to say Rambo 1.
First Blood.
Yeah, probably the first one.
Rambo 1's in there for me.
Yeah.
If you don't say Terminator 2, I'm not your friend anymore.
Oh yeah, of course. Terminator 2
has to be.
I say American Gangster is 1.
Oh, that's a good film actually.
American Gangster, Rambo 1. Hey, have you guys seen Equalizer 3?
Yeah, good film. Loved it. Fucking loved it.
My favorite one of the 3.
Yeah, he smashed everybody.
Really?
He's so awesome. Yeah,
he's really cool in that, man. I want to be Denzel.
I think he might be my favorite actor.
You say that a lot. Man on Fire is a good film.
Yeah, Denzel.
Man on Fire, it might be my favorite Denzel film.
That's probably my favorite Denzel film because there's some weight in that film. Like it's some emotion. Yeah.
Hey, did you guys see the David Beckham documentary on Netflix?
I heard it's very good. I haven't.
It is. It's really, really fucking good.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I used to have his poster on my wall.
Did you?
Yeah, I had a man.
You're definitely gay. You was gay.
That's gay. That's very gay. That's the gayest
totally
thing
gay.
But to be fair, I did support Manchester United and have a number 7 t-shirt.
That's gay too.
So I'm gay too. Although I was a Peter Schmeichel fan more than a Beckham fan.
Ben, you didn't give me any other movies. You said Gladiator. What else? And James, you didn't say anything either.
Gladiator, Matrix, The Second Lord of the Rings, Casino.
Oh, I forgot the fucking.
You think Casino's better than
Goodfellas and Casino. Oh,
yeah,
fuck.
I like Casino myself.
Okay.
I like The Last Samurai.
Oh my god, that's another one.
It's a good film.
That might be in my top 5. You're actually right about that one, Roman.
And Green Mile. Green Mile. There you go. I'm done.
I really like Bram Stoker's Dracula. With Gary Oldman and Keanu Reeves and a few other people in it. Winona Ryder. You like this is a shit film. But I thought
Saving Private Ryan is a good one.
Oh, that is actually.
What'd you say?
Saving Private Ryan.
Okay. What'd you
say?
Snatch
might be one. Snatch might be up there.
Snatch, yeah.
Snatch is in my top 10. I think Last Samurai is in my top 5 with American Gangster and Rambo 1.
That's actually Tom Cruise's best film, isn't it?
I think so.
Oh, by the way, not Maverick 2. Top Gun 2 is very good.
I've heard that's good.
Yeah, it is. But Last Samurai is another level.
Just touched differently.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was never a Top Gun fan, and Denise is big on it. So she made me go to the cinema, and I was like, when you're reluctant to like a film, and I came out there like, that was fucking awesome.
You liked it better? You liked it better than 1? I liked 1 better.
Did you? What about Blade? The first Blade film.
Oh, I watched that the other day. Actually,
Blade 1. Films. The reason I think it's one of the best films because what it led, it set the. It was the first actual successful.
But I can't take him seriously as like a good action hero.
What, Wesley? What? You can't take him seriously.
Nah.
Bro, back in the day, before he done tax evasion, he was kind of serious.
Before tax evasion.
Yeah, before the tax evasion, he was cool.
I grew up like Wesley was the man when I was a kid.
I thought so. Demolition Man when he's fucking Simon Phoenix. Come on.
Wesley Snipes doesn't do it for me. I don't know why.
Yeah. He's good in the Expendables too. He's not two, but as well.
There's another Expendables coming out.
Yeah, number 4.
I think I figured out another top 5. Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, it's a lot of Scorsese, isn't it?
What does that sound? What is that? Do you guys hear that?
Yeah.
There's like a echo of some sort. Okay.
All right.
What's the other one? The Leonardo DiCaprio with the bear.
Oh, Revenant.
Oh, the Revenant.
That's shit movie.
It's shit. What do you mean? I love Roman so straight up.
Oh, wait. Lawless was good.
Lawless was good.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
Lawless.
He's not top 5, but it was a good film though.
You just like Tom Hardy because you think you're Tom Hardy.
If I had hair. If I had a toupee, I'm going to get a little toupee. I'm going to get one of them.
Get a Tom Hardy toupee. Get one that's like...
I'll get one. Because look, my hair at the side's grown, yeah? So look, I just put it on.
Right. I
walk out in the street in the morning and people be asking me
my favorite Tom Hardy movie has to be Warrior.
Warrior's good.
I like that movie a lot.
Yeah. Do you think Warrior's better than the film The Fighter?
No, The Fighter. The Fighter was in my top 10, I think. I like The Fighter a lot. Yeah, that's a great movie. You know what? I know I like a movie if I can watch it over and over again.
Yeah.
You know, the Prestige. The Prestige is a very
Prestige is very good.
I don't think I've seen that.
Very good film. It's a Nolan film. Christopher Nolan, Hugh Jackman, and Christian Bale.
Yeah,
really good film.
Prestige. I don't think I've seen that.
Dark as well.
The Prestige.
The Prestige.
Definitely.
I was thinking of something after we said The Fighter. Anyway, we can go on forever. Okay, let's move on. How excited are you for the Detroit Pro? I am very excited. Me and Ben and Paul have a hotel now. The website's going up this week.
Nice.
James is going to win the show. We already have it.
The show. Sorry, Hunter.
We already have it predetermined. I don't think Hunter's doing it, James. I think you're on your own now.
Oh, then I've won by default.
You scared them off.
You scared them off. Yeah.
You intimidated.
Ian retired and Hunter's out.
I made Ian retire because the Detroit Pro. Sorry, Ian. I know how it is.
But I tried to win Roman into doing it, but he's got other agendas.
But James, Phil Heath is making his comeback at the Detroit Pro.
I'm taking Phil down. Finally.
And Chris Blumstead's switching to open at the Detroit Pro. Yeah.
So, we joked about that. I would love to try and convince him.
And we're gonna have Arnold commentating. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh shit.
Anyway, listen, anybody watching who is anybody can compete from any country, but your qualification status will only change if you live in the US. So if you're from Canada and you want to compete, you can. It's going to be a big show. But your qualification status will only change if you're part of the NPC. So anyway, registration will be open like within the next week or so. And everybody start registering. And anybody wants go ahead, James.
I think in the open, I think Martin said he'll do it. I spoke to Martin.
I'd love to have Martin come. Yeah.
Oh, Fitzwater?
Yeah.
He said he'll do it.
Yeah, I'd love to have Martin.
Now, right?
He's back. No. I actually have some inside info on that. But
hey,
I'll tell you after because I don't know if I can say.
Oh, he's working with Milos then.
No, he's not. No, he's not actually, surprisingly. He spoke to me yesterday.
Yeah.
And literally said yesterday that he spoke to the person yesterday.
Then I bet you have one other guess.
You can do whatever you want. I won't say on here because it isn't confirmed that I can. So
I reckon
I'll tell you
he's going to go. I reckon he's going to go with Abdullah.
That's a no.
Where the fuck did you get that from?
What was I going to say? Oh, James. As not that you ever really have to worry about this because you're already of that stature, but do you think the winner of the Detroit Pro getting an invite to the Arnold would be a perk, or do you think it's not a big deal because
that's a massive perk?
You think that's a big deal?
It's a way to prove yourself to be able to get to the Arnold. Yeah, I think that's fucking brilliant.
Well, I haven't, so I don't want to say
it. Then, but you want to speak to them and see if that's possible.
I wanted to ask them about that. Yeah. What are you laughing at, Ben? Well, I just like
because that's a conversation that we had. We put like some random ideas out, and now you're like, yeah, let's just.
No, you know why though, Ben? Because people that watch the show, it's the same thing as Hostile. People that watch the show like to know like kind of what we're thinking about, and then they like to also comment like their ideas.
I think that's a great idea because it's like a carrot that is not the same carrot as just qualify for the Olympia as well. It's
Right.
like it has its own. I like that. I think that's a great idea.
Right. I thought if we
don't
could
see it, they used to do it like in the amateur ranks. You used to be able to qualify for the Arnold shows, dotting around to try and get your pro card.
Yeah, they still do that. They still
so
do
as a
that.
pro,
Yeah.
to be able to qualify for the Arnold would be amazing.
Yeah, I thought
There
that
you go,
was
Roman. If there's the winner gets an Arnold invite, are you going to reconsider?
Over to the Detroit.
Then
everyone wants. I have applied for the Arnold. I've applied to do this one. So, but you know, if you don't get it, then that's an opportunity that you could.
Yeah. Okay. How many? No. What's a supplement outside of PEDs did you hate the most or like the most? I don't hate any supplements, but I like pre-workouts the most.
Yeah, I think we're all a bit pre-workout. I don't know if Roman is, but I like a pre-workout.
My favorite two supplements are pre-workout or protein.
Pretty much same.
That's my go-to. I use one or the other every day.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Ben, you probably have some wacky shit. Fish oil,
some health
shit.
No. I do enjoy a good chocolate protein shake.
Okay.
That would always be.
Do you have a least favorite supplement, or do you just not care? Like, it's indifferent.
The least favorite supplement I ever tried was that the casein hydrolysate. That was the worst thing I ever tried.
Yeah.
Pepto Pro.
We've discussed it. Yeah.
I drink that all the time, even now.
Do you really?
What?
Yeah, it's rough, but I just find it a really easy protein for me.
It's very good. It
smells like cheese, tastes like cheese.
It tastes like I threw it up yesterday.
Yeah.
I before bed I drink 60 grams of it.
Oh my god!
Because I have a 60-gram quote before bed.
How bad is your morning breath after that?
Oh, it must be like fucking like a gone off lump of fucking Wensleydale from the fridge.
There's Wensleydale.
Roman, do you have a favorite or least favorite supplement?
Yeah, I tried Tribulus once.
It didn't do shit, did it?
That's all he's been using all these years.
I used to use Tribulus in between cycles.
Same. I did as well. I was like, get my natural test back up.
And my favorite supplement is creatine.
Creatine's proven.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Works. Yeah.
How do you figure out, Ben? You want to field this one? How do you figure out the correct amount of AI to take? For people who don't know, aromatase inhibitors, or anti-estrogens for more common folk.
Lab work.
Okay,
yeah.
So can you expand on that at all, or no? Like, what is they looking for? What are they looking for in their lab work, and like how do you go about it? So I go to my doctor. I say I want to test my estrogen levels.
Yeah.
And then,
well, it depends it depends where you're at within your, like, are you off season? Are you off everything? Are you in prep? Are you weeks out? Because you want your estrogen at different levels at different points, right? In the off season, having some estrogen is, cardioprotective. It's useful. You want it in there. It helps muscle growth. It helps libido. There's a bunch of things it's very useful for. And typically, the kind of meathead approach is, well, estrogen has to be low all the time. So a lot of guys will just crush their estrogen around.
Can I simplify it? Because I know this is like a really complicated question because there's so many variables. It's not easy to just say take this much. Is there a recommended minimum, maximum?
I would say you want to float somewhere between 30 to 50 in, let's say, like an off-season setting.
You mean your estrogen?
The levels, the level, like it's okay. You want it, I would say, under 50, somewhere 25 to 50 would be like a good your range. Body would be in a healthy range. But again, you're looking, I hate this kind of thing. You're going to be then having to consider where your cholesterol levels are at as well.
Yeah, because it does have a tinker with that, doesn't it?
So
all right, it's too complicated to really give an answer.
Do you know what I do? And this is just me, and this isn't saying do this, but I just on a Monday and a Thursday, I take half of the Aromacin. That's it. That's like my baseline amount of stuff to take, just because it seems to keep me in a.
Yeah, but
spot.
I think
and again, it's not based on blood work.
The reason that's tough to say that, James, is also now I have to consider how much testosterone are you taking, right? Because like
a lot.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so that might work. That might work for you and your body. But if you're taking 5,000 milligrams of testosterone,
and I'm gyno free, I've taken the glands out, so I could probably take more than someone who hasn't. and probably not get the same sides as they have.
Oh, you take less than
but that's another thing.
Well, that's what I mean. I take more tests.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, are you just going off of, oh well, I don't want to get gyno, so therefore I want to bring down my estrogen? Because that's not the whole picture. That's not the whole story.
For sure.
Okay, let's do one more and then we'll go. One more and we'll go. If you had 24 hours to live, what would you do? Roman, you're first.
We had this question. You didn't like.
Well, we have it again. What's your answer?
I'd spend it with my wife, and we would go just have a nice, relaxing day, and probably go out into the woods, take a walk, spend time with her, and that's it.
You're
and
right,
then you said,
you're a lovely sentimental soul.
I would fly out with my private jet to some island.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about accurate. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next question.
I would like to be like a vigilante for my last day. Like anything that I've ever not been ballsy enough to attempt doing, like in regards to like saving lives or taking down the villain, I would just be like, fuck it, I'm going to be gone tomorrow. Let's go straight into the fucking head honcho's place. Let's burn this motherfucking place down, stop this crime lord, and see what the fuck happens.
Okay, you've
been playing too many video games, man.
No, I mean it. I would suss out where the bad people are. I'd
all
go
right
in there. And
let's say, okay, you just found out tomorrow.
John Wick.
You just found out tomorrow's the last day.
Yeah.
Who are you going to kill?
Someone that deserves to die, because then
but how do you don't even know who that is though?
Oh, bro, because you can find out quick.
You're going to spend your last day fucking doing research,
bro. I'll wake up at 12. Yeah, so right on the dot. So I've got the whole day.
Yeah,
I'd literally do a few phone calls. Yeah. I'll find out who's an nasty arsehole and who's done some bad to people.
Phone calls. This guy's gonna call.
And then I would find myself some sort of weapon. I would say, Yannicka, if you want to come along for my last day, because it's my last day, feel free, but you got to bally up.
James, three phone calls later, he knows who the head honcho is to kill.
Next. Oh man,
James is dressed up like Kratos.
I'm living in the fantasy, boys. Let me live in my fantasy for the last day, please.
I love it.
The villain, but wouldn't it be like
satisfying before you die?
I think it'd be very satisfying to like kill someone that is horrible, that's like maybe kill people in their life who needs a punishment. And that sounds bad, but imagine being the person that's like, I took him down.
I agree. But the problem is
it's the wrong time.
You have one day. It's like you spend the whole fucking day trying to find out who that person is.
It's very true. It's very true.
It's
I'll
like,
be on the plane.
James, what's wrong with trying to do that today, even if you're not going to die? That's what.
Because I'll probably get killed in the process. You're a good person. No, because I'll probably get killed in the process. So it's like, okay, I'm going to probably die from doing this, so I might as well do it on my last day.
Ben,
that's what I was thinking.
Anything on your last day?
I would try and
ice bath.
I would do an ice bath. I would do an ice bath first thing for sure. Yeah. And then I would take I'd take my family up to the top of a mountain somewhere.
See, I find this question really hard because I have to make it more of a joke, because I think it's such a sentimental, deep question that when I look at Ben and I think of everything Ben has in his life, and that I could very easily get very emotional for him answering this question. That's why I'm like, motherfucker, I'm going to kill someone, because
I think I just squeeze Phoenix for 24 hours straight.
Yeah. Wait.
I put myself externally in his.
Roman, are you taking a piss?
Of course he is. Okay. He's muted himself. He's very friendly like
that. I would rent the fastest motorcycle I could find.
Cool.
And I would drive as fast as I could.
To see how it feels.
Just to see how it feels. That's one thing I would already. Yeah, but you almost died. I want to do it and not
die. I didn't die during that part, because then I'm real fucked.
Yeah, I want to do that too, Ben. Okay, we'll do one more good one.
Before we move on to the last question, I'm looking at Roman. I know he's into his sex, and I'm thinking to myself, what's happening in that shower behind him?
Oh,
probably
God.
A lot. And now I'm getting carried away in my thoughts.
I'm wondering how much fucking water Roman drank.
Yeah, he's pissing for quite a while.
I'm done. Just wait. I thought this was the last question.
Okay. We'll try and get a good one here. Fuck. I don't know. No. No.
I have a question.
If you woke up, no, this is okay. Go ahead, and then I'll ask this one. Go ahead, James.
It was just a question. If all pay for anything you did was the same, so no matter what job you do was the same, like what would you choose to do? Like in the sense that you basically do the job you enjoy. Like there might be a job you really enjoy, but you know that it doesn't pay very well. Current situation. What if all jobs paid the same? What would be your choice of work? Like what would you like to do?
Chef.
Cool. Because it is a question. Like if you know you could, yeah.
I race cars.
Cool. Roman, what would you do? Like everything pays equal, so it doesn't matter what you do because you're going to make the same.
I'd be a bodybuilder.
So you'd remain a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Roman,
He's the only real bodybuilder out of everyone. Everyone else is looking for a way out. Even I'm thinking, what else would I do?
Well, it's not. No, it's not that I'm looking for a way out. It's just there's like a goal and a dream.
It's funny, doesn't it? Because it shows you that a massive determining factor of what we do in our life is obviously driven by our financial.
Well, yeah, because
if all is equal, you choose a different path sometimes.
Well, for example, like I wanted to play hockey when I was younger. And I was like really into hockey, and I was like, I want to be but my parents couldn't afford like to put me in hockey because we couldn't afford all the equipment and the skates and the fucking. So I played soccer instead because it's cheap.
Yeah.
Or what I really want to do is race cars, but then you got to go to kart school and you have to have a cart and like you have to like.
That's Phoenix is going to be a race driver.
I want to help.
He's got a name for it as well. He's got a good name for it.
I want to help with that. I want to fucking contribute to his kart success. I'll live through Phoenix.
Yeah, exactly.
What would you do, James?
I'd work with that. I think I'd work in like a conservation for animals of some sort.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like I think like some of these endangered species and stuff. I think there'll be nothing more, I don't know, cool about trying to keep them.
Are you talking about like that guy? The guy I see, like his name's Dean, I think. He like works with lions and
that kind of thing. Like you get like obviously the rhinos. Like there's the last of like the black things that are coming to be extinct, but need breeding programs and stuff. I feel like that'd be such a cool thing to do. Like if you could just be involved and actually there and see it happen.
You want to jerk the rhinos off?
Jerk off the fucking. No, I'm not that way inclined.
No, I think that's cool. That's like I think of that shit too sometimes.
Be really rewarding, wouldn't it? Because nature is like, let's be honest, nature's actually fucking beautiful, but we don't have time to spend in it because it doesn't pay, and we need to spend our time making money. Unfortunately, a lot of the time.
I always wonder how those guys get paid.
They don't get paid well, I don't think. So that's why a lot of people don't do it. So that's why.
But they They probably get government grants and shit.
But they don't get paid well. It's a passion.
Donations.
Yeah.
Roman, are you still pissing?
No.
You just standing in the
bathroom. He's leaning.
I'm gonna take a shower afterwards.
Oh, okay. Well,
he's prepared himself.
Okay.
He's efficient. He's not going to leave the bathroom so he can go back in there in a minute.
Right. Okay. Last question. If you woke up a different race or ethnicity, which one would you want to be? We haven't had a lot of racism on the show in a little while, so I figured
the best looking people are mixed race. They're normally like got curly hair.
I knew you were gonna do that. Fucking
light black skin with like pointy features.
Fucking James.
White features, whitish features on a black man with curly hair. I'm like, yo, bro.
An albino black man.
Yeah. Well, more like I'm trying to think who's actually like a good looking. Like it's more because I fancy the women.
Who?
Like there was a model in Rush Hour 3, French model that's mixed race. Really.
I know who you fucking.
Yeah, that's my kind of fucking jam. And I'm thinking if I am like that, then maybe I'll be able to pull them. There's no chance in that.
You're looking her off, aren't you?
She's a pretty lady.
She's got blue eyes, right?
I think so. It's just my kind of cup of tea.
Yeah.
Bro, that's I'll marry that tomorrow. Sorry, Annika. Sorry, love. Look at that. That's beauty.
Look at that. Fuck. Look at that.
I'm putting that as my wallpaper. I'm going to save it.
But. Is that James? I said but 3 times. That's how you do it.
But.
No, that's what you do every time. Okay, so. Okay, if you had to pick a race, not mixed.
It's got to be some kind of olive skin in it, like Mediterranean, nice skin. Like Mediterranean, I don't know where. Maybe it's like Portuguese or something.
Portuguese. Roman.
I would stay the way I am.
Roman's a bodybuilder, staying the way he is. He's not changing his race. Fuck everybody. I love
Roman's like, fuck you. I like exactly who I am. Ben?
I'm gonna go with like a Maori or something. Like
A what?
Islander, like a
Maori,
Maori,
like
like
a
an
fucking-
islander, like a New Zealand Maori Islander.
I'm gonna be Hawaiian.
It's not even a race.
No, it's not. Yeah, it is. It kind of is.
It's just a place. And...
No. They have their own culture.
Okay.
Yeah. You remember the guy? What's his name? The one pro bodybuilder that turned pro natural.
What, he's from Hawaii?
That's what they look like.
No, you know what?
I don't know who you're on about.
I think I'm going to be Russian.
All right, mate.
What?
Russian is not a
I think
race.
I'm going to be Russian.
Why would you be Russian?
Well, it's not a race. It's Caucasian, really, but I want to be from Russia.
What, do you think you like the accent?
No, because they don't give a fuck. They're just like a no bullshit kind of people.
Okay.
I like that.
I like
good
that in
reason.
the men.
Because you can't just say white, because there's so many different versions of white.
There's a lot of white out there.
Right?
Many different.
There's like white Italian.
There's white German, white
English.
British.
Yeah, there's
white,
like,
you know, fucking, yeah.
I like Russian. They're just they're,
I like Russian. You nearly said it like a Russian. You did. You kind of started the Russian. There was a little bit of Russian coming out there. I like Russian.
All right, we're gonna go so Roman can go take a shower.
If anyone
mean
that's from
Russian?
Russia,
Like, you mean Russian like Ivan Drago?
Yeah, like yeah, exactly. Well, listen, they're great athletes. They're no bullshit kind of people.
well, they do like Debo, so they do well.
They have, you know,
You know, they're Debo in the old suit.
yeah. Oh, am I gonna get heat right now because the Russians are
You
like
can't take Evo as a Russian
why not?
because it's invented by the Americans.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Look at that serious face. Oh shit!
I thought the Russians were the first to take it. in
I
the
thought they were the
Olympics.
Debo people.
No, the Russians took straight testosterone.
Oh, they went in proper. They didn't do no
they're-
fluffy
they're
shit.
And
smarter.
The Americans discovered that and thought, well, we got to come up with something a little more
discreet.
than the communists.
Didn't the Russians discover DMP?
I don't know.
Soviet. I'm pretty sure they were DMP.
Any Russians listening? If you want to comment below, let us know.
The story is like this. This is what I read. It's what I read. So whoever was the doctor of the Olympic team of the USA,
yeah,
he saw that the Russian athletes competing had to put in a catheter to piss because their prostates were so enlarged from the test they would
That sounds
take.
like me. That's what I'm like.
So they figured, well, these Russians have to do something to enhance their, bodies. Yeah, and then the pharmaceutical company Cyber came up with Dianabol.
Oh, interesting.
So
That's a history lesson in Dynamo.
So James has a bad prostate as well.
I'm sitting here right now and I've pissed.
do?
You know, every time I've disappeared,
Yeah,
I'm pissing tonight because my bladder.
it's just dribbling out. Is that
prostate is pressing on my bladder?
It's just
like
it's coming out like this. It's not even like fucking
dude, literally. And I'm like trying to get some pressure in there, and there's none. It's fucked, mate.
That's
All right.
concerning me.
yeah.
This prostate needs scooping out.
Can you guys listen? I haven't gone for that test yet. I'm a little bit worried about it.
You can get it scooped out. Your prostate. You can literally.
No,
get
but wait a
removed.
minute. I'm serious about this for a second. Have any of you been for that test where they have to...
I went and they told me no
No,
because
no.
you're too young. They told in England, they literally said no because you're not a risk because your age. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm slamming testosterone in me like I'm going to be gone tomorrow. My fucking prostate has had a beating. And they don't do it for you. They don't.
But
check.
don't they? But isn't the test? Is the test the one where they put the finger in your
Finger inside your
Yeah.
ass.
butt? I don't want to do that test.
You do want to do that. Don't
lie.
Come on, you were excited to hear about that. You're just
You
waiting
don't-
for
you don't-
all you want to hear
you
is that
don't-
we all say it's okay.
That's
You
actually
don't
what I was
want to.
doing. I was checking with you guys.
Because we
Now
go,
I'm
yeah, it's fine, it's fine.
I'm gonna make the
We're like,
appointment right now. I'd be like, oh, I didn't know that. Okay, perfect. You
Just
fucking
remember to ask if it's a more accurate test if they use two fingers instead of one because they get more they know if there's more, you know.
Are you fucking with me right now?
No, honestly, you ask two fingers, please, because I don't want you to not get the test.
You know I'm not going to say that, right?
Well, you're going to fail. The test is going to be
You're
failed.
gonna
You have to do it twice. You have to do it twice then.
They'll put a red on the
Perfect.
red circle.
All right, Roman looks unamused. Okay,
Let's let Roman get some sleep now because he's a dieting bodybuilder for the Olympia.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys next week. Love you all.
Yeah, you take care. See you later, guys.
Bye-bye.
Off to the piss out.